Athletes, please move to the other lane on your pair for the remaining 7.5 minutes of your practice session. Teams, as a reminder during practice, please do not have more than 12 bowling balls on the rack. No more than 12 bowling balls on the ball return, please.
by 1 minute until these first matches get started. While we wait to get started, please do help us out. Support bowling, spread the word about the live stream. Retweet us on Twitter at USBC. You can also share our posts on Facebook, facebook.com/USBC. Let's get as many viewers on as possible. Please share that Facebook post and retweet our tweet. And let's get the bowling community on board here to help support these student athletes. Should be getting started in just a couple of seconds here.
Athletes, practice is now ended. Please hold up on all practice balls, with the exception of lanes 29 and 30.
And practice wrapping up. About ready to get started here.
The USBC Collegiate Program would like to thank Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of the xbowling Intercollegiate Team Championships and sectional qualifiers. The Youth Education Services Program, the YES Fund, is a new initiative dedicated to the development of youth bowling. Our future is now, and the partnerships already created have united the bowling industry in a single cause, the betterment of youth bowling. X-Bowling, connecting bowlers around the world, allowing you to compete in challenges, win prizes, track your scores and stats, plus more. Bowling to the power of X. Aisles between the bleachers must remain clear and open. This is a fire code. Spectators, for your convenience, we have live streaming set up in the lounge behind lanes 9 and 10. Teams, at today's conclusion, if your team is eliminated, you must remove your equipment from the building. If your team is still bowling, please place all team bags together and the local association will have them on your lanes for tomorrow's competition. Also, as a reminder, spectators, we do have copies of the brackets up here at the front counter if you'd like to follow along. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the best collegiate athletes in the country a big send-off as they begin their double elimination match play rounds. Good luck and good bowling.
So we're about to get started here. Our first round of match play, our featured matches on the women's side. It's going to be Wright State versus Stephen F. Austin. And on the men's side, Mount Mercy versus Lindenwood. You can find the brackets on bowl.com or by clicking the link below the video you're watching. That'll take you to the page that has the brackets. But again, please help support our sport, share our Facebook post, and retweet us on Twitter. And let's get as many folks as we can on board to watch our live coverage this afternoon. Match play at the ITCs. And Lindenwood starts off with an 8 count, leaving the 4-7 here in the first frame. For those of you not familiar with the format, best of 7 matches, although it could go 8 if we're tied at 3.5, 3.5.
And also, if you're not familiar with our broadcasts, once we get into match play, we go full screen rather than the split screen, which doesn't show you as much, and we will go back and forth and try and get virtually every shot from the key times in each match and keep you up to date on the scores. But focus on the matches as they get down to the 10th frame and the games are more competitive.
Of course, Lindenwood, the number 1 seed. Mount Mercy is the number 16 seed. Mount Mercy, the low team in the qualifying portion earlier today. So best of 7 format here. You win a point by winning a game. A tie is a half a point for each team. Lindenwood against Mount Mercy. It's going to be a tall order for Mount Mercy to pull off the upset here with Lindenwood bowling so well in qualifying. We'll have to see if they're up for the challenge. Right now they're down by a couple of pins after just 2 frames. This is our first game and our first round of match play. Double elimination match play bracket here at the ITCs. Thank you to everybody who has helped spread the word about the broadcast. We appreciate it and hope that you'll continue to get the word out on Facebook and Twitter and get folks tuning in. Nice shot there by Mount Mercy. Lindenwood has a double. Here's Wright State in the third, 3-6-9-10. Stephen F. Austin with a very slight lead, very early here in this first of what could be a best of 7 match if it goes the distance. And you can follow along the live scoring from xbowling.com. You can also download the xbowling app from the App Store. Just search for the xbowling Tournament Edition and download that app. It'll allow you to track the live scoring as you watch the live streaming here on Bowl TV. Nice way to complement your viewing. Be able to keep an eye on all of the scores across the bowling center. Stephen F. Austin off to a good start. Here's Lindenwood. They're also off to a good start. That is a 5th consecutive strike for Lindenwood as they have jumped out to a pretty sizable lead early on here. So Lindenwood out to a quick start here. They started with an open and now 5 consecutive strikes. Let's see if they got another one. And they do. It's 6 in a row. And Mount Mercy has not doubled and they have 2 opens. So you can kind of do the math yourself. It's about a 60-pin lead right now for Lindenwood in a men's match. An open frame there for Stephen F. Austin in the women's match. They still have an 11-pin lead, though. Becca asking in the chat if they oiled during the break, and they did re-oil during that break. So they are bowling on fresh lane conditions. Mount Mercy trying to get pumped up with a strike there in the 6th. It looks like they're going to come up short this first game, though, the way Lindenwood is bowling. Stephen F. Austin leading by 23 against Wright State in the women's match. See if Lindenwood can keep it going here. A little high, leaves the 9-pin, ends the string, but They are in great shape to win this first game up more than 60 pins. Sure looks like Stephen F. Austin's in pretty good shape here in game one against Wright State. Stephen F. Austin, the number 7 seed. Wright State, the number 10 seed coming into today. And looking at the brackets, as you watch the Lindenwood men, looking at the women's bracket, the red bracket, which is the left side of the bracket, looks pretty stacked. It's got Maryland Eastern Shore versus Newman right now, Sacred Heart versus Whitewater, Wichita State versus Norfolk State, and Weber versus Kutztown. So I would consider that the stacked half of that bracket on the women's side, with Eastern Shore, Wichita State, and Weber all on the same half of the bracket.
Wow, that is a lot of the power teams all on one side. Does that give an opening to anyone in particular, you think, on the opposite side?
You have to say that probably McKendree, Lindenwood, and Pikeville have the edge. Those are the three top teams on the other side of the bracket. But you've also got Robert Morris on that side of the bracket as the 11 seed, and they're the number 1 ranked team in the country. So hard to say. But if I had my choice, I'd rather be in that blue bracket than the red bracket, that's for sure, on the women's side at least.
Lindenwood men cruising to an easy win here in this first game.
Starting to tighten up a little bit on the women's side here. Wright State still has an opportunity to steal this one. They're going to need a little help, though. They can max at 190, and if Stephen F. Austin spares to fill out the 10th, they would shoot 189. So bottom line here for Stephen F. Austin, it's Nicole Parkhurst, their anchor bowler. If she strikes, they win this game. If not, then Wright State still has a chance to snag it.
Pretty good shot. Rings the 10.
So it's going to give Wright State the chance. See if she can get it done here. Looks pretty good. It's a nice looking shot right there. It's going to come down to the last ball for each team here. Parkhurst takes care of business and finishes with the 189 for Stephen F. Austin. And so we do have the potential of a tie here. Wright State needs a strike to win the game by 1. A 9 count would be a tie, and 8 would be a loss. So let's see if the number 10 seed here can pull off a game 1 win against the number 7 seed. Strike to win, 9 to tie, anything less, they lose. Oh, she gets 8 in a wiggle. So it's 189 to 188. Stephen F. Austin takes the first game. That was a close one. That one almost tickled that 6-pin enough to get it to fall down for the tie, but it is a 1-pin loss for Wright State. And those are the kind of games that you'll look back on at the end of this match and say, if we could have just got one more pin or two more pins.
Well, Lindenwood wins game one with Mount Mercy 258 to 165. Now frame one of game two, and the Lions stay on a roll to strike.
It looks like William Patterson takes a 1-0 lead on Notre Dame. Off to our right of the men's side. And Marion takes a 1-0 lead on Lindenwood on the women's side. That's immediately to our left. So that's kind of an early surprise on the women's side. Lindenwood, the number 3 seed, Marion, the number 14 seed.
Couple of spares in the first on the women's side. Lindenwood out of the gate to the double. Mount Mercy strike Greek Church. Third frame for Lindenwood, and the Lions stay perfect, not taking their foot off the gas.
Yeah, I think that Lindenwood's going to be real tough to beat. And you remember, this is like, what, the 9th game in a row that Lindenwood has bowled on this pair. They finished the last two, just coincidence, they finished the last 2 rounds of qualifying on this pair, and then, well, they re-oiled, so not that big of a difference, but just a totally random kind of luck of the draw.
Well, great for all the Lindenwood fans out there that want to get to watch them bowl.
Well, they're a good team, so it's definitely not a bad thing to be able to watch one of the top teams in the country on the live stream. Can't complain about that.
Third frame for Mount Mercy.
Well, the way things are going, Lindenwood looks to be rolling. Stephen F. Austin looking for a double here. And 9 pin stays up. They still lead by 1 this game. Well, Lindenwood just on a mission here. It's the front 4 of this game after shooting 258 the first game. Oh, we're doing pretty good in the viewer department, already up to about 500 viewers. We'd like to see that number double, so please get on Facebook and share our Facebook post. And please get on Twitter and retweet us on Twitter at USBC. Give us a retweet, support bowling, spread the word. Let's get as many folks watching as possible. Some great matches here in progress on our live stream. And Lindenwood off to a great start as they strike through the lineup, front 5 for the Lions. See, we're getting quite a few retweets, Jason. 12 retweets so far. That's a pretty good number.
All right, thank you.
I want to see that over 20, though. So please, if you have Twitter, get on there and retweet for us. As Danny Spink leaves the 9 pin to end the string for Lindenwood at the front 5. So a good string for them. And once again, they take a commanding early lead against Mount Mercy.
Just had a single pin spare miss for the Lady Jacks, which has tightened up this game on the women's side.
Yeah, you can't afford to miss single pin spares in these matches because it's 11 pins, and you saw that first game was a 1 pin difference. You can't afford to give any pins away. They still lead, though, by 5 pins. John Lucido heads out to the down the lane to get the pin out of the gutter for us. John Lucido, the proprietor here at Sun Valley Lanes.
Talented proprietor.
He's also pretty good at running on what equates to a balance beam. That gutter cap. Now we will be able to get you updates on all the matches here in just a moment, so you gotta bear with us. It's being worked on. You'll notice a new feature when you look at the video, and just above the video you're watching, you see two graphics. One says live streaming and one says results, and the updated results will be showing up on that results button, and they're up there right now actually after the first game. So if you click results right above the video, you're going to lose us for a second, but give you an opportunity to see all the first game results, and then click back over to the live streaming to join us on the live stream again. On the women's side, still waiting for some of the updates to come in before we can give you the where the matches stand. I think the men have been updated already for that first game. So on the men's side, Calumet leads Midland 1-0. West Texas trails William Penn 1-0. Weber leads Moorhead 1-0. Robert Morris defeated Mary in the first game. St. Ambrose leads Fresno. McKendree leads Florida State 1-0, and William Patterson up 1-0 on Notre Dame. But again, you can find those updates by clicking the results link right above the video you're watching. And maybe you want to have both open at the same time. That's up to you. Mount Mercy kind of in a tough spot this game already, down by quite a bit. It's a 15-pin lead for Stephen F. Austin here in this second game in the women's match. There's a double for Mount Mercy. I don't think they had a double the first game, so maybe that's a start of a trend for them. Let's hope so. I'd like to see some competitive matches. Wright State with that missed single pin in the sixth, and now a wiggling 7. They trailed by 27 pins. And there's a split for Stephen F. Austin, so that might narrow the gap a little bit, but Mount Mercy, they fail to strike again. That double is where it ends. So they're still down by 45. It's going to be a tall order with only a few frames to go here. Wow, we asked you guys for help with in the retweet department. You're coming through big time. 28 retweets. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody, for helping to spread the word and support bowling. We appreciate it.
Well, the men's match certainly bowling at a much faster clip here towards the second end. They're throwing it fast and furious. Mount Mercy can't quite get the brakes going. I'm afraid neither of our featured pairs look like they're going to come down to the wire this time. As Lindenwood has control and will win game 2 on the men's side.
Yeah, it's still not quite over on the women's side, but it's pretty close.
Wright State has some work to do.
Yeah, they got to make this spare or it will be over. Covers it up. So they still have an outside shot here at a comeback. It's kind of a similar situation to last game where they need some strikes and a little bit of help.
The big shot here in the ninth to give Wright State a chance.
Oh, wow.
That was critical.
Yeah, got the break.
That keeps it interesting.
Yeah, that puts them within 15 going into the 10th, but they're working on a strike, and Stephen F. Austin's working on an open. So the max scores here, 192 for Stephen F. Austin, 187 for Wright State. That very easily could have been a split. Lucky to get 8 out of that one. And that means that Wright State now controls their destiny here. They can come from behind and steal this one.
Right, once again, Wright State with a chance to win in the 10th.
Well, Wright State needs a couple more here, or needs one more, I should say. And of course, big spare attempt here coming up for Parkhurst. 227-172. Lindenwood won that game, and wow, an open frame. And they shoot 171, and now Wright State just needs count. They don't even need to strike. That was a big mistake there for Stephen F. Austin. So 171 for Stephen F. Austin. Enough for a winner for Wright State. They get 9 on the second shot in the 10th.
So just underway in game 3 over on the men's featured pair. Lindenwood has thrown a strike in the first, and then bucket in the second. Mount Mercy yet to get started. This is their first frame. Those of you in the chat asking about split screen, we use the split screen for qualifying, but we have cameras that move to focus on the more compelling matches during match play, so we don't use the squeeze down format. Be sure to have all the critical action of both of the featured pairs. Be able to get a chance to see more of the reaction of the players as they go through this, and then also as there are matches that may be of interest along other side, and the flexibility to move the cameras that you can't do when locked in the split screen.
Trying to see who won that Marion Lindenwood game. Looks like Marion went up 2-0 on Lindenwood on the women's side. And I missed who went. They were also fast in that Notre Dame William Patterson match, and I missed who won game 2 in that one. So I'll have to wait for the update to come in on the in-house scroller. Try to keep an eye on the matches to our left and right as well, so in case we are able to do any bonus coverage, we can take a look at it. If you're just tuning in, you're watching our live coverage of the xbowling Intercollegiate Team Championships here on Bowl TV. Lucas Wiseman and Jason Overstreet with you for the first round of match play. We're in game number 3. Best of 7 format. Wright State and Stephen F. Austin are tied at 1 game apiece. Lindenwood leading 2-0 on Mount Mercy in our men's featured match. And Mount Mercy really has not shown much in the way of striking power in this match, and seem to be in a lot of trouble. It's their first nationals, so tough to have to bowl Lindenwood in your first nationals in the first round of match play.
Yep, going up against a very talented and experienced team. Second frame for Wright State.
She got half the pins down. Luckily, it's on a strike, so the count doesn't hurt her.
Right, no damage done on the count.
And again, if you want to know the status of all of the matches in progress, click the results button right above the video that you're watching. You'll see the live streaming and the results. They're 2 different video feeds, essentially. So if you click on the results, you're going to lose us, but you'll be able to see the results, and you can click back over to us by clicking live streaming. Mount Mercy put together a double there, but the unfortunate thing is they started with a couple opens, and Lindenwood's gone strike, spare, triple. See if Lindenwood can keep it going here. And Spink does not get the strike. Leaves a 6-10.
A 3-bagger for Mount Mercy.
Yeah, they're trying to get something to go here. Yeah, they need to find there's some fight because they're going to get run over if they don't.
Wright State strikes in the 3rd, matching the strike put up by the Lady Jacks.
Someone confirming in the chat. I think it's Andy that Notre Dame lost game 2, so William Patterson leading Notre Dame 2-0 on the men's side. And they're getting ready to go into the 10th. If you're watching on the live scoring on the xbowling app, they're on 19 and 20. Actually, it looks like William Patterson might go up 3-0 in that match. Well, the string ends for Mount Mercy. Trail by about 20 pins. Tough break there for Parkhurst. Leaves a 9-pin. I'm telling you, Lindenwood looks like they're going to be pretty tough to beat here in match play. They're bowling well.
They look good at the end of qualifying.
Yeah, they seem to like this pattern so far.
Nice washout conversion by Wright State.
Now they only trail by 1. Thanks to everybody who's checking out our broadcast this evening. Or I guess it's kind of evening. It's after 6 o'clock on the East Coast. Best of 7 matches in progress here. We're in game 3. Please download the xbowling Tournament Edition app. Go to the App Store, download the xbowling Tournament Edition app, and you can follow along with the live scoring. Some results coming in on the women's side after 2 games on our scroller here. Now here's a men's result. Fresno and St. Ambrose tied. Lindenwood, of course, up 2-0 on Mount Mercy. McKendree leading Florida State 2-0. William Patterson 2-0 on Notre Dame. On the women's side, Marion up 2-0 on Lindenwood. Pikeville 2-0 on Robert Morris. McKendree and Midland tied. Wichita State up 2-0 on Norfolk. And here's a surprise, Kutztown up 2-0 on the Weber women. Whitewater up 2-0 on Sacred Heart, and Maryland Eastern Shore and Newman are tied at 1 apiece.
Here's when the righty-lefty substitution can help you on the spare. If the right-hander can find the line, it was a pretty good run at the washout, but didn't work out for Mount Mercy.
Yeah, they're in some trouble this game. This unfortunately, based on my experience of watching a lot of these matches, has sweep written all over it at this point. Mount Mercy just not able to keep up with the Lindenwood striking power.
It's tough. Mount Mercy has some good players, but when you're running to a hot, experienced team, tall order.
Yeah, and some credit to Mount Mercy. They won a tournament this year, so this season. They're pretty excited about that. So they've had a good season. And I think they're feeling pretty good about advancing to nationals and having the opportunity to compete here for a national title. It's a lucky strike for Stephen F. Austin. They actually trail by 1 pin now in a very tight game 3. Match tied 1 game apiece, best of 7 format. A reminder that we have live coverage all day tomorrow as well, starting at 8 a.m. Central Time, right here on Bold TV, so be sure to join us tomorrow. We have at least 4 rounds of match play, maybe 5, if necessary, round in the evening, and we will take you all the way up until we know the finalists for the TV shows. So be on the lookout for our live coverage tomorrow as well. Mount Mercy, 9th frame, trying to cover up the spare here. And they do, but they've already been shut out this game, despite the fact that they're bowling a decent game here, probably going to shoot in the 190s, but Lindenwood going at a 240, 250 pace here. There's another strike. So Lindenwood going to be in the 250s this game. You know, the thing to notice about Lindenwood is they're real calm and cool. They're not over. Have you noticed that, Jason? Not overly emotional. They're not slapping it out. They're not getting excited. It seems like they're all business right now, and Randy Lightfoot, their coach, really seems to have them focused. And that's a big deal. I think that can go a long ways towards success, not being over-emotional and getting too excited in these early round matches where you really should expect to win if you're the number 1 seed. And that's the way they're acting. They're acting like they expect to win.
And Lindenwood is known for being an emotional team, but personalities change out from year to year. And maybe the makeup is a little bit different this year, or maybe, as you mentioned, Lucas, that just early on they're not trying to get too high, too fast.
Yeah, they're keeping the emotions in check, that's for sure. But you know what? The Lindenwood women are in big, big trouble against Marion. They're already down 2-0. And it looks like Marion might be on their way to a Game 3 win against Lindenwood. That would be a big upset. So keep an eye on that.
Well, this women's match is really tight yet again. But Wright State just had a critical split. Stephen F. Austin a frame ahead. Lady Jacks in the 9th.
Yeah, the Lady Jacks will be up by about a mark. I mean, I'm assuming that she doesn't make the split here. You never know. That is an open frame. And Stephen F. Austin leading by 12 here in the 9th frame of Game 3. Each of these games has been really close in this match, with the team splitting the first 2.
Another critical 9th frame for Wright State.
It's a good shot.
Another nice shot under pressure. Didn't get the reward that time.
They really could have used one there. And of course, I missed again who won the William Patterson Notre Dame Game 3, so they just are so fast over there. Already halfway through Game 4. Marion does defeat Lindenwood in game number 3, so Marion's going to be up 3-0 on Lindenwood on the women's side. Again, you can switch up and look at the results if you click the results button right above the video. Check that out if you want to see the status of all the matches. And then flip back over to us by clicking on live streaming. It's kind of a new feature here. Allow you to see the results of all the matches as they are progressing. Lindenwood back to all business, front three this game.
10th frame now for the Lady Jacks, and ooh, that was almost a disaster.
Well, they're going to max at 182, and Wright State can strike out for 182, so another close game here.
So here we go again.
Can Wright State pull it out this time? Let's see. That's a pretty good shot right there. Their anchor bowlers come through with some good shots in the 10th frame these last couple of games. Well, remember that Parkhurst missed an easy spare in the 10th frame last game, and that essentially handed Wright State the win. Let's see if she can cover up the easy spare this time around. Trouble took it straight back for an open. Second game in a row, and now Wright State just needs just any kind of spare here to close out the 10 to win by 1. Just trying to avoid a split of any kind here. You just want 9 spare. Would be the ideal situation, or a strike. All right, that's not bad. 2-pin. Guarantees no worse than a tie right there, and just about all the bowlers in the building should be able to make a 2-pin, but you never know when you get in pressure situations.
Meanwhile, Lindenwood men just bowling like a team on a mission, front four.
Yeah, and they're still not getting emotional, which is impressive. They look very relaxed.
Very methodical.
Best of 7, of course. Lindenwood continuing to strike front 6. And they are on their way to a 4-0 win here in this match. It looks like William Patterson might be on their way to a 4-0 win on Notre Dame off to our right. And it is double elimination, so you're not knocked out in this round, but if you go 0-2 today, you're done. We're going to lose 4 men's teams and 4 women's teams this evening. See if Lindenwood can keep it going here with the front 6. Pretty solid. 7 in a row. They are bowling outstanding here in this first round.
It's going to be interesting to look this on the women's side to see how the rest of the Lady Jacks from Stephen F. Austin respond. And Nicole Parkhurst is one of the top bowlers in the country. Everybody has their matches where things don't quite fall their way. How is the rest of the team going to respond in support of their anchor bowler?
Yeah, they just haven't been able to close out these tight matches, these tight games the last couple of games. No strike for Lindenwood. It's the front 8. McKendree leading Florida State 3-0 on the men's side.
Well, not too much drama in the outcome of the men's side, but some drama as to whether or not Lindenwood will be able to.
Don't say it, Jason.
Put the cherry on top here. Just want to keep everyone up to date because not everyone's familiar with the scores, and we haven't been focused as much on the men's side since the women have been so close.
They have front 8 here for Lindenwood. They step up in the 9th. Already won the match. No drama there. Let's see what happens here. Wow. Looked pretty good. Now they're starting to get some smiles and look a little more excited here. It's easy to have that loose arm swing when you've already got the match locked up, and your whole team is lined up and bowling an amazing score for these 4 games. It's gonna be over 1,000 for the 4 games, averaging better than 250. It's tough to beat.
Ring 10 for Stephen F. Austin in the 3rd. Everything is all tied up in that contest. Back in the 10th frame.
See if they can keep it going here. Look pretty good. Front 10. You know, I saw on Facebook that Lindenwood was challenging local bowlers in their community to help them train for this tournament. They said, we challenge any other team in the city, St. Louis, to come out and bowl against us in a match to help us prepare. And so I wonder if they got any takers on that, because that can certainly help. It's a good idea, help you get some good practice in. Lindenwood definitely proving to be the team to beat here early on in this tournament. William Patterson doubled in the 10th, and they're going to beat Notre Dame for the sweep, 4-0 it looks like. But the news on our featured pair here is the front 10 for Lindenwood. See if they keep it going. Hey, snaps out the 10, and now we've got the front 11. Well, it's not very often you get the opportunity to see a Baker 300 game, but we do have that chance right here in our first round of matches at the xbowling Intercollegiate Team Championships. Lindenwood with the front 11. Now let's see if they can seal the deal here and put a perfecto on the board. There it is, the rare Baker 300 for Lindenwood. How about that? I'm telling you, folks, you don't see those every day. A 300 Baker game, and that gets the attention of the crowd and the rest of the teams here in this first round that Lindenwood's going to be the team to beat. You just don't see those very often, a Baker 300. And I told you, Lindenwood looked incredibly lined up. They bowled 1042 for 4 games. That's almost as much as Jason Overstreet bowled in 9 games at the Open Championships. I'm gonna get hit for that later, aren't I?
You've clearly forgot who approves your vacation time.
All right, you didn't bowl that bad. A couple of more games, though.
Let's return our attention back to the women's match.
William Patterson did sweep Notre Dame 4-0, and the match off to the right of our featured pair. And the only match we've got here on our featured women's pair is Wright State versus Stephen F. Austin. 2-1 lead for Wright State. They're working on a double. That's a good shot. Yeah, Wright State's making some shots out there. We're up by 8 pins on Stephen F. Austin here in this game. Nicole Parkhurst just can't get it together. Too many opens for her. And she's their best bowler. Their anchor bowler, and she's their rock. And unfortunately, it's just not going well for her here in this round. I still can't get over the fact, Jason, that we saw the 300 game. You don't see that too often in Baker play.
No, and you had mentioned earlier in the match how Lindenwood was really kind of keeping things in check, and they were fairly subdued considering the 300 game, and especially considering how we've known Lindenwood to really get fired up, and that will be real interesting to see how that continues and if that is an indication of things to come.
Wright State had 4 in a row before that, 3-6, 9-10.
What's up?
Lindenwood coach Randy Lightfoot. Hey, Randy.
Hey, what's happening?
So 300 game for you guys, and I was commenting during the match that you guys looked very, very calm and relaxed and not over-emotional, all business out there. Was that kind of the mindset that you guys wanted going into that?
Yeah. Something about this team here, they've always had that. They've always had a maturity about them. They don't get too excited. And their idea this week is that they're going to go off and try to win this thing. It was nice to have the big game and a big set, but that's not our goal. We have a bigger goal at the end of the tournament.
You guys bowled really well in qualifying today and took that top seed and kind of continued it on into this match. What's the game plan for the next match, and how confident are you guys can keep this nice run going? Because you're bowling great right now. Well,
you don't want to curse it. We feel good about our chances, but at the same time, we're trying to watch the transition here. On the fresh before, we had a good look, and then there was a period of time we lost that, and we worked our way through it to come back. But we're trying to figure out where the lanes are going to go when they break down, what's going to happen. So there's a lot of work left.
Randy, good luck in the next round, and congratulations on a great game and a great set for you guys in that first round.
Lucas.
All right, see you later.
Bye to everybody in St. Charles.
Thanks to Randy Lightfoot for stopping in for a second to chat with us.
Well, coaches set the tone so often, and Randy clearly wanting to set a bit of a business-like tone for his team, and his team has really responded to the challenge so far.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that was the mindset going into that match. And Marion is going to sweep Lindenwood on the women's side. It's going to be a 4-0 win for the Marion women, which is pretty surprising. It's an upset. Pikeville leading Robert Morris 2-1 on the women's side. McKendree up 2-1 on Midland. Kutztown up 3-0 on Weber, the defending champs. That's a big surprise. Wisconsin Whitewater sweeps Sacred Heart 4-0. Newman leading Maryland Eastern Shore 2-1. That would be a huge upset. That's your top seed in jeopardy here in this first round. Robert Morris leading the Marion men 3-0. It's a 17-pin lead currently for Wright State in this match. 9-pin in the 10th. So they're looking at 210, and that's going to be enough for the win for Wright State. So Wright State goes up 3-1 in this match. I think the men's side, the matches are kind of going the way I would have expected. On the women's side, it's haywire. Things are kind of going a little crazy on the women's side, with Lindenwood losing, Maryland Eastern Shore down, Weber's down. Wichita State's up 3-0, so that's a little bit of normalcy. But Maryland Eastern Shore did tie up the match with Newman 2 games apiece with a 188-162 win in Game 4. So that one is back to even.
Talked about it all morning, Lucas. You just never know how things are going to play out once we get into this match play competition.
Yeah, I almost wonder if that Weber Kutztown is a mistake. Like, I wonder if it's mixed up, but that's what the scoreboard's reading. The rest of them seem to be right, so not 100% sure. Susan's saying in the chat she believes Weber's up 3-0, so. Oh, they're done. John Janowitz reporting that Weber women lost 4-0 to Kutztown. And that is a huge, huge upset.
Defending champs. Wow.
Yeah, knocked to the loser's bracket. Not where you want to be. That's a lot of work to do once you get down in that loser's bracket. No margin for error. That's a shocker right there here in this early go of it. Again, Bright State up 3-1 on Stephen F. Austin on our featured pair here. So there are a couple of pretty evenly matched teams. So 3 of the 4 matches that were right in front of us here all went 4-0. And we've still got this one going on. It's 3-1. Wright State. There's still quite a few matches going on, but there are some that's finished that 4-0 score. You can look at the results. If you click that link right above the video, it says results. That'll give you the scrolling update of all the matches.
Well, Lucas had the opportunity to put somebody on that's a little bit more interesting to listen to than me.
That's debatable. I think we're going to have Chris Barnes,
our color analyst for the ESPN telecast just stepped
CBS
up on
Sports Network.
Well, thank you. He does ESPN for us as well, but in this case, CBS Sports Network, Chris Barnes. So I'm going to step off and hand the headset to Chris and get his perspective on how things are going.
Hello, Mr. Barnes. How are you?
I'm good, Luke. How are you doing?
Nice to see you. I'm glad you were able to make it into town to help do my job for me. As soon as Dave Lamont gets here, the gruesome twosome will be here, and
that covers us.
I can head back to the hotel and relax in the hot tub for a while. I don't know if Jason would go for that, but you just got here, so you haven't been able to watch much bowling. This is probably the first shots you've seen. But
yeah, really. It obviously there's some familiar faces, some returning players that you see, but getting the first look at a lot of these teams from top to bottom, and
you got to watch Lindenwood on the men's side that first match. They looked like all business, out there, ready to win, not over emotional. Pretty good mindset, if you ask me.
Yeah, it didn't take long to figure out they restocked pretty well from last year.
Yeah, they look pretty solid, bowling that 300 in the last game of that 4-0 win.
Great game down there. Looks like McKendry's doing a little bit of the same thing. I don't know if they continued on in game 4, but and they didn't actually. Oh no, wait a minute. That's the women's scores that just came up. Never mind.
Little jet lag from the long flight from Dallas.
Long flight from yeah.
Calumet leading Midland 3-1. West Texas and William Penn are tied at 2 games apiece. Robert Morris leading Marion 3-1. Fresno and St. Ambrose tied at 2 games apiece. McKendree sweeps Florida State 4-0. Chris Barnes sitting in and joining us for a bit here. Chris, of course, will be the color analyst for the CBS Sports Network broadcast. Going to be recording 4 shows on Saturday, along with Dave Lamont, who I think gets in tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he's delayed too with the snow here.
The massive snowstorm that we had, right?
The whole Midwest is getting hammered. I said Chicago had 5 inches of rain. It's
wow.
The whole system's in turned upside down. The one thing that is becoming a little obvious even in this first round is that Lindenwood, Robert Morris, and McKendry have really like them on the fresh and are shooting big scores. I think McKendry shot about 950. Robert Morris came out with 720 their first three before losing game 4. And obviously the game with Lindenwood right here in front of us.
Yeah, 1040 for fours. That's pretty good.
You're not going to lose very often with that.
No, averaging about, what, 260 or so?
Yeah.
But our match that's in front of us here, it's on the verge of being over, to be honest with you here. Wright State up 3-1, and they're in pretty good shape this game. Stephen F. Austin just hasn't been able to get anything together and convert the split there, but down a bundle here at the halfway point of this 5th game.
Yeah, 47 already through 4 frames.
And working on a double so they can extend that lead. That's a split. The old Wiseman jinx got him. Never fails. Didn't get
anytime
Lindenwood,
the lane
though.
man's standing around, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, that's right. John Janowitz is hanging around too, isn't he?
Frank, congratulations to him on breaking the all-time USBC Open Championships team record here 2 weeks ago. JJ anchoring that team and throwing all 3 in the 10th to win by 1, or to take the overall record by 1.
My reporter in the field, John Janowitz, reports that Robert Morris has the front 10 now, down on the high end, although I don't think we can get much of a look at it. Jason might be able to get a glimpse of a reaction shot, but Marshall threw the first one in the 10th.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Who?
Yeah.
We were just talking earlier today about the fact that it's hard to bowl a Baker 300 game, and we've already had one, and the potential for another.
It really is, but teams have gotten much better at breaking lanes down, moving and communicating off each other. That's a no doubter right there. Even from down here, you can see that.
Yeah,
no
Marshall
issues.
Now the front 11 for Robert Morris. And so it looks like they're going to win their match with no problem. Wright State still up despite that split in the 6th. And we'll have to see if Marshall can close it out here and bowl the 300.
I'm going with 4-pin here.
Now, why would you say that? I think he's going to strike. Let's see what he does.
Because you
for
never
300.
You never get what you ask for, so.
Oh, through the face. 298 looks like. Yep. Left a 610 on the final shot. It's all right, though. All it was is for bragging rights, really. You know, they already won the match. It's just kind of a feel-good score at this point. But 298, that'll still make you feel pretty good.
All right. More importantly, the win.
Well, 3 frames to go in our featured match. 18-pin lead for Wright State, so they're still in good shape here, leading the match 3-1. Well, not in good shape anymore.
Yeah, so Robert Morris will shoot 1,200 for their 5 games with a 170 in the middle.
Yeah, you take away that 170, and they might have been right there with Lindenwood's 1042 for 4.
Well, certainly everybody knows Robert Morris is coming in as the team to beat. If this was NCAA football, they'd be under investigation for as quick as they got that team stacked. But no worries here in Bowling World.
That's the thing about this match play format, though. You can have the best team and not always come out on top.
Momentum, one player gets a little lost, another one gets a bad break, the other team goes a good game at the right time. We were just talking about the Weber women's team down there.
Yep.
You know,
they got wiped.
A couple of bad finishes or a bad frame somewhere, a spare you shouldn't miss. You lose a game by 1, then they bowl a good game, and pretty soon momentum gets going, and you get the squeeze factor going a little bit. Get away from you in a hurry.
Well, Stephen F. Austin has actually taken the lead now by 3 pins, if they can convert the spare here in the 9th. This is a must-win game for Stephen F. Austin, or they're going to be headed to the the dreaded losers portion of the bracket.
Sure, it's not a contenders portion.
Losers, contenders. Yeah, I guess we'll give them warm, fuzzy feelings. Call them contenders.
I'm with you.
Oh, it's an open.
You either win or you lose. I've never contended.
Well, that was a bad open there for Stephen F. Austin. It's a game that you have to win. You can't afford to miss a 3-6-10.
No, it's not. It's not an easy spare, even on a pattern like this, where it plays a little bit better. But that puts Wright State up by 9 pins. Need a double in the 10th here to put any pressure on them.
And you notice they pulled Parkhurst from the anchor spot after she has struggled. She missed a couple of spares in the 10th in this match to cost them some wins, and so they did pull her. Looks like I can't tell who it is. Looks like they put Mellon as the anchor bowler, and comes through with a strike here in the 10th. Wright State trying to put this thing away, though. Their anchor bowler's been real solid. She's pulled out a couple of wins for them in this match, and she's looking to do it again. And Stephen F. Austin's got a pretty good team. They're one of the top NCAA teams, just outside of the. That's a nice shot
there.
They just missed making the NCAA tournament. They probably were the 9th or 10th team in NCAA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're a quality team. So Wright State, they want to put this thing away right here and not give Stephen F. Austin any chance.
No, anytime you got a chance, you got a good team on the ropes, you got to put them away. Especially in a team thing, because it does. Momentum plays such a huge part in Baker bowling. Another good one.
Yeah, she came up clutch in the 10th.
That was a big one there, though. Now she just needs a spare. If she had gotten that one, she would have made her.
Yeah, I think
she would have made her throw this next strike to win.
That's right. They could tie. You're right if she spares, but this is a strike to win the match right here. Looks good. Coach going nuts down there. He looked so stressed out the whole match, and he finally just let it all out there. So Wright State takes the win, and he's pumped. He might be more pumped than his team. Gotta like the emotion, though. It's a big shot. Their anchor bowler came up huge in this whole match, and take a 4-1 win against Stephen F. Austin.
Certainly got a lot closer than they anticipated. 5 frames through this, it looked like it was a done deal.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that means there aren't any matches that are really that close to us to show you. He's still celebrating down there. (187-177). Wright State wins that game and wins the match 4-1. Well, Jason, I'm not sure what else we can show here. We don't have anything within very many lanes of us. Sometimes that happens. All the matches right in front of us kind of go quick.
Ambrose and Cal State Fresno are a few pairs away. That's
that might be the closest one.
As close as I think we have.
Looks like Pikeville and Robert Morris down here on the women's side is getting ready to bowl another game. Getting ready to bowl game 6. Fresno and Ambrose tied at 2 apiece, but they're in game 6 now, so I'm not sure who won game 5.
Nice brisk 36 degrees outside today. It's a good day for bowling.
Yeah, it's pretty miserable outside, isn't it? Very, very windy.
Oh yeah, the 30-mile-an-hour winds really take the bite out of that cool air. Not so much.
Well, I guess we take a look over at Robert Morris women, and they trail 3-2, I believe. It's game 6. So we're down 3-1, and they're bowling another game. So, my intelligence level isn't always that high, but I can figure that one out. If they're still bowling, it's 3-2. Pikeville up 3-2 in that one. And again, you can keep up to date with the scrolling results. If you click the results button right above the video you're watching, it'll scroll through the results just like we see them here in the bowling center. You can see how your favorite team is doing, and then just click on live streaming to get back to the streaming broadcast, the video broadcast.
So a little quick update here on the men's side. Calumet 3-1, West Texas A&M and William Patterson tied up. Moorhead Weber, where were they? Robert Morris has finished off. McKendree is a winner. William Patterson is a winner on the men's side. Again, on the women's side, Weber has been upset. Quick 4-0 match with a couple of close games. Certainly an early surprise. On the men's side, however, they have gone through at 4-1.
Jason, I kind of went as wide as I could on camera 2 to get us a shot of Ambrose and Fresno. Not great, but better than nothing. Kyle Anderson with a strike in the 5th for St. Ambrose. Have to see what the update is on that one. It's not come in yet on the board. It's still showing 2-2, so somebody's winning 3-2. We just don't know who. So, Chris, anything exciting been going on in your world lately?
Well, there's always something going on, it seems, but...
been bowling anything the last couple of weeks?
No, there hasn't been a whole lot to bowl. I'm mostly just watching the good bowlers bowl. So, like I said, we watched JJ and John Gaines and company take over the all-time Open Championships record.
That's right. You've been watching some live streaming action, haven't you? Watching Matt Canizaro out there in Reno put on his show. It's always cool to get to see those guys bowl in that event. It's I know you probably miss being able to bowl that tournament.
Yeah, I do miss that, but
one day you'll be back there.
Well, you know, I think the top 50.
Oh yeah,
the top 50 in the point list are not eligible next year. So I'm.
Is that your goal to be out of the
up
top
online?
50?
You know, I'm getting close to being in line to get that one. Right
that's
now,
not, and that's not a positive thing. I don't think that's your goal.
not so much.
Because you won't make as much money bowling 9 games at the Open as you would if you bowled good in the PBA events.
No, probably not. So,
are they giving PBA points for the WBT stops, the World Bowling Tour stops, or no?
No,
they're not.
No. The exempt tour is based off the
just the PBA.
The PBA, not the world
events.
Not the world PBA events.
Imagine that'll change one day.
Quite possibly. Not real sure how it's all going to play out yet. So.
Well, do we have an update yet on St. Ambrose and Fresno? Do we know where that one's at? Let's see. We're still waiting for the scroller to come through to find out. We know Pikeville leads Robert Morris 3-2 in that women's match that we've been keeping an eye on. And Pikeville is bowling pretty well. Fresno up 3-2 on St. Ambrose. So St. Ambrose kind of fighting for their lives here in Game 6, as is Robert Morris. Mora with a strike for a double for Robert Morris. And Robert Morris down by 13 this game against Pikeville. A little bonus coverage for you. All the matches in front of us are done, so.
St. Ambrose match is a little tough to keep track of because the two teams are not on pace. But
yeah,
St. Ambrose is on a 203 pace and Fresno is on a 188 pace at the moment.
St. Ambrose definitely bowling pretty quick
Something at the beginning. They were in the 5th frame, and when Fresno was they just finished the 2nd.
Sometimes you see teams like to get out there and jump on it and get going, but I personally am not a huge fan of that, but there are people who prefer to do that, so. And it looks like Fresno might be in some trouble, though, this game. That split in the 6th. It's a 4-10.
They have approximately 95 in the 6th. They get one here, which leads them to strike out for 215, while St. Ambrose is on that same 203 pace.
Yeah.
Doesn't leave them much room.
Now, Pikeville missed a single pin in that women's match, and so it looks like Robert Morris can take the, no, they can trail by 2 if they make this spare. It's real close.
Pikeville already has a strike up in the 8th.
Yep.
Robert Morris just spared in the 7th.
No luck.
One little snow plow there for the 9 pin. Relatively easy spare, though.
Again, you can click the results button just above the video you're watching if you want to scroll through all the results as they are happening.
Looks like Wichita State is done down there. They won 4-1.
Looks like St. Ambrose is ready to lock up a win here. I can't quite shut them out, but they can get pretty close.
No, and I don't know what's going on with Fresno, why they're bowling so slow.
Yeah, they're definitely taking their time.
It's like all the men's matches now are done, with the exception of Ambrose Fresno.
Just that one that's right here.
They still have a chance. Fresno missed there in the 7th. They need to strike out for 205, which would make Ambrose throw the second one in the 10th to beat them. Robert Morris went in over there, opened in the 8th.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of trouble here.
Possible spare in the 9th. The best they can do now is 201.
Yeah, it's just about over.
And it is over, provided that she gets 5 pins and 2 shots.
So Pikeville's going to win that match 4-2. And St. Ambrose can get the shutout with a strike here. Actually, it's already over, isn't it?
Yep. It's already finished now.
For this game. They're going to go to a game 7.
3-3 in game 7.
Yep, I wish it was closer to us so we had a better angle, but make do.
Can't make it happen.
We just have a move over here.
Yeah.
No
Can't
problem.
make a move pairs.
Just move.
Yeah. It's really about us.
That's exactly right. I'm glad you've finally come to learn that.
Yeah.
It's taken years for me to convince you of that. It's all about live streaming.
I'm not sure I'll ever not bowl long enough to think that it's actually about
it's not about me. It's about the live streaming.
bowling. Yeah.
So they're just going to close out that game. And they're going to bowl a game 7 here coming up. And that might be the only match still going on. I think everybody else is done, huh?
1 and 2 is done. 3, 4.
I don't see anybody else bowling.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. This match and the Marvin Morris match is done. So this will be the only match that went to game 7.
Jason's having all kinds of problems. Always makes me laugh.
Does make me laugh, Jason. I empathize with you. I laugh at Lucas.
Jason's stuck with me all day, so, you know, you really should empathize with him.
I could see how that would make me want to kill myself. So.
It's all right. As long as you sit up here and talk all day tomorrow with Dave, we'll be good. Nah, I'm just kidding. I actually like doing this stuff, especially you watch the college bowling all season long, and it's exciting to be able to kind of see it through to the TV show and put it in you guys' hands.
You have to stay up here, so you get familiar with some of the other players.
I know the real reason that you guys hang out up here. It's because it's the best seat in the house. You can actually see what's happening from up here.
It doesn't hurt. It's a chance for us to get a little practice in before the TV show, too. But, yeah, actually, it's the best seat in the house.
Yeah, it's easy to see what's going on from up here.
32-laner, fairly low ceilings here, about 15-foot ceilings, so there's not much room to put in bleachers or get any kind of high vantage point.
But it is a great bowling center. It's really a very nice center. You can see from the angle that Jason has, he's got the stonework along the sides and, the faux stonework. And, just a nice bowling center all the way around.
They've done a nice job here updating it over the years. Ambrose saw it early again, wasting no time putting shots up on the board. Fresno's actually going to get up and bowl at some point, or
I know. I'm not sure why they're taking their time.
He was just standing up the back of the approach.
Couldn't see him, huh?
Yeah.
It's a good shot.
Take that back. PJ Haggerty would have carried that one. So.
Nice. PJ's not there anymore, unfortunately.
Ooh. I wish he was here shortly.
Yeah, double for St. Ambrose. Take a look at the bracket here, see where this match is in the bracket. Fresno, the number 4 seed. St. Ambrose, the number 13 seed. And the winner of this match will bowl William Patterson, who upset Notre Dame. A lot of upsets in the first round.
William Patterson was the 12 seed, Notre Dame was the 5, and that was a quick match. That was William Patterson came out, bowled a bunch of big games, including a 247, 244 closer. 3-6-10 for Ambrose. I'd much rather shoot the 6-10 than the 3-6-10. Good looking shot there.
I guess we can run through some of the other finals here now that a lot of the matches are done. McKendree defeated Florida State 4-0. William Patterson defeated Notre Dame 4-0. Those are men's matches. Marion 4, Lindenwood 0. Pikeville 4, Robert Morris 2. Wright State 4-1 over Stephen F. Austin. McKendree, Kutztown, and Wichita State all winners, as well as Wisconsin Whitewater and Maryland Eastern Shore on the women's side. And on the men's side, Calumet beats Midland. William Penn defeats West Texas. Weber defeats Moorhead. Robert Morris and Lindenwood winners. McKendree and William Patterson, of course, also the winners. And this is our only match still going on.
Nice
Game
battle
7.
back there by Fresno. Spare now with a double. Take the lead by 3. On strikes going into the 4th. Ambrose on a spare going into the 4th.
Pretty excited.
Even from here, you could tell that one needed a shim. That was the heater, Ricky.
Got one more round of matches coming up this evening for you.
And that one just a little bit too firm. So really back to even. All even here if he can make the 2-4-5, but Ambrose having the advantage of the strike up in the 4th.
Kyle Anderson, anchor bowler for St. Ambrose with the unique delivery. Unique but effective. It's a good shot. There's a lot of extra motion going on there, but seems to get it off his hand pretty good and does the job.
It is pretty busy, but it gets off in the right direction. Can't throw a lot better than that one. Gives them the lead by 10. Both teams have 67 in the third. Fresno with a spare in the fourth. St. Ambrose with a double. They're going to step up and get 2 frames ahead here in the sixth.
Yeah, a chance to go up 20.
Sure, here I really want to step up and throw another shot. You already just took the lead. Let them
Let it simmer for a minute.
simmer for a little bit. But
Ooh. Oh, give it a little tickle, but didn't go down.
45 feet. Lanes are starting to get a little bit tight down lane. Seen a couple balls that look pretty good not get through the pins nearly as well as they did earlier.
It's a good shot.
That one didn't have much trouble. That one ran the 8-9 over.
Yeah, that ball was pretty solid right there all the way through the pocket off the back of the pin deck.
So down by 9, they'll have a chance to take the lead here in the sixth frame. Coming back over the top, the leadoff bowler left the 7 pin in the first frame on a pretty good shot.
Next round of matches scheduled to start at 6:15 with practice, so we should be pretty close to that. It's our last round of the night. Coming up next. Ooh. Gotta like the break.
Took just a little bit off of it from that first frame where 5 went right in front of the 7, and that trips the 4. 1 pin lead now. Chance to extend it to 11.
Gotta like when the 6 pin comes out of the gutter like that and the fat part of the pin takes out the 10.
Yeah, that was reminiscent of strike lanes in St. Louis. Raised flat gutters there.
Fresno can extend the lead here.
Oh, that's a really good shot. Both teams on strikes through 7 frames. Everybody's all caught up now.
So it's an 11-pin lead.
Fresno up by 11.
Yep.
On Ambrose now, they got a. That's a big shot. Keeps the heat on them.
Cuts it back to 1. This is where count comes in play when you've got 1-pin
More importantly
match.
now, if you miss now, you can get shut out.
Yeah,
so any
that's
shot
true.
can cost your team the game.
Let's see, 8th frame, working on a triple.
Chin to win.
So Fresno still up 11 going into the last 2 frames here. That just means there's a lot of pressure on St. Ambrose to deliver here in the 9th. Some bonus coverage here. Only match in the house going on. Good shot. You can tell off his hand it was going to be pretty solid. Cuts it back to 1.
Yeah, that's
Tight
big.
match. Yeah, that was a big one right there. They kind of had to have that one. Because now that just kind of focuses all the pressure right back on Fresno. Wow.
Back on Kyle Anderson. Most time long
Yeah.
patterns, left-handers struggle more when they get on these 45-foot patterns, but I think there's enough shape in this one, obviously. He has pretty good reaction.
He almost
Gonna need
has
2
to.
here.
Yeah, he's going to almost have to double in the 10th here to have a chance, right? Let's see what Kyle does. Now, these guys are stepping up here down the stretch, aren't
Gotta
they?
say it, we do have the possibility of a tie.
Yes, we do. Now Fresno's still up 1. These guys have ice water in their veins, don't they? All of them. Fresno working on, 6 strikes in a row, and St. Ambrose 4 in a row.
Ice water and hold is a good combination.
Yes, it is.
One more time.
Yeah,
Prediction, if Kyle Anderson strikes out here, we're going to have a tie.
All right, well, let's see what happens. If it doesn't strike here, they lose.
So target.
A little high, didn't trip out the 6, though. They're going to shoot 245, and
that's provided this one stays on the lane.
yeah,
Fresno is going to survive.
Yeah, Fresno in the 250s already here. Yeah, no problem. That's a winner.
There you go.
Fresno survives a 4-3 win with a 4-3 win over St. Ambrose here in the first round. Very important first round.
Yeah, you get to 240 and don't win. That's
tough.
That's a tough one. Good games by both teams for sure. Great shot making by both teams down the stretch.
That was a good finish by both teams. 245 for St. Ambrose, and Fresno State's going to be at 256 with the spare, and they should do a pretty quick turnaround here and get started with the next round. It looks like on our featured pair for the women, we're going to have Pikeville versus Marion. Pikeville versus Marion on our featured pair. And we'll have to wait and see who the men's featured pair is going to have, as the men's teams will get moved around. But we'll step away for a couple of minutes here while they get practice in, and we'll be back with you once they get started with the next round of matches. One more round to go tonight, and then we'll call it a day and be back tomorrow at 8 o'clock.
Good news for you.
What's that?
I've gotten word that Mr. Lamont is on the way.
Oh, that is excellent news.
En route.
En route to the bowling center, huh?
It's Lincoln, so it won't be long.
It won't be long, that's right. All right, we'll take a break and be back in just a little bit here on Bowl TV.
This live event is brought to you in part by the Yes Fund. The Youth Education Services Fund is a joint initiative of the bowling industry dedicated to development and marketing of youth bowling at all levels. The Yes Fund is generously supported by its founding partners: North Point, Brunswick, Columbia 300, Ebonite, 900 Global, Hammer, Cubica AMF, Rotogrid, Storm, and Track. For more information about the Yes Fund, go to bowl.com/yesfund.
The United States Bowling Congress is shaping the future of bowling, helping kids learn the sport the right way and awarding thousands of scholarships every year. USBC supports Special Olympics and America's best when they go for the gold as the home and heart of Team USA. We're reaching for new heights in research, raising the bar with spectacular national tournaments, and have raised millions of dollars to help fight cancer and support veterans. Visit bowl.com to learn more.
glittered all over the place. All of that. Okay, athletes and guests, we're going to get started with our second round of the double elimination match play. All matches, again, will be the best 4 out of 7 match play, with ties counting as a half. Athletes, when your lanes come on, you'll have 15 minutes of practice. You will bowl the first 7.5 minutes of practice on your assigned lane, and we'll move to the other lane on practice pair starting for the remaining 7.5 minutes of practice. Athletes, at this time, your lanes are coming on for 15 minutes of practice. As a reminder, please do not have more than 12 balls on the ball return. Teams, at this time, please move to the other lane on your pair for the remaining 7.5 minutes of your practice session. Just as a reminder, teams the higher seed does get choice of their starting lane. Once you know that, please notify a tournament official so we can get that switched for you if needed. Athletes, practice is now ended. Please hold up on all practice balls. The USBC Collegiate Program also would like to thank Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of the X-Bowling Intercollegiate Team Championships and sectional qualifiers. Around the world, allowing you to compete in challenges, win prizes, track your scores, and stats plus more. Bowling to the power of X. Spectators, as a reminder, please keep the aisles between the bleachers clear and open. This is for fire code. Live streaming is set up in the lounge behind lanes 9 and 10. Teams, at the conclusion of this round, if your team is eliminated, you must remove your equipment. If your team is still bowling, please place all your team bags together on the pair you ended on in one pile, please. We will move those to your starting lanes for tomorrow's competition. And if you plan on leaving Lincoln before Sunday morning, please notify Gary Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's give the best collegiate athletes in the world a send-off as they continue their double elimination match play rounds.
All right, ready to get started here with the second round of match play. Our featured matches on the women's side, it's going to be Marion versus Pikeville in a winner's bracket match, and St. Ambrose versus Notre Dame on the men's side in a contenders bracket match. Chris Barnes and Dave Lamont will be kind of helping out this round. So, gentlemen, good evening, and thanks for sipping in with us.
It's always happy to sip in with you, Lucas.
Yeah, you should put these headphones on because there's an awful delay. It's about 2 seconds after I talk, I hear it. So.
Oh, no, that's like those awkward TV satellite interviews where the poor guy just sits there and smiles, and then he finally hears the question we heard 10 seconds ago. All we have to say is thank God bowling is an indoor sport.
Yes, it is miserable out there today.
It's just brisk. I don't anticipate flying into April snow. I've heard of April showers bringing May flowers, but not April snow showers has struck the area. All right, so if we're looking at this women's match here, is this a loser leave town?
Nope, this is a winner's bracket.
Okay.
The women's, Pikeville and Marion both won the first round. Marion actually swept Weber and the defending national champions. So a huge upset there.
They actually swept Lindenwood. They swept Lindenwood.
Marion swept Lindenwood.
But Weber did lose, did they not?
Yeah, they lost to Kutztown.
There you go.
And we've got Notre Dame College and St. Ambrose men also right in front of us. And
that is a loser's round match.
Okay.
Notre Dame was upset by
William Patterson.
Out of New Jersey. And it's always a very brisk pace here. This is the one thing I wish Chris would be able to capture on television sometimes when we do our shows, is the frenetic atmosphere that goes on here today and tomorrow, and especially tomorrow when we start to eliminate teams as they get closer and closer to making the show. That's when it really gets tense.
Yeah, and there's a different energy with 160 bowlers all up here at the same time. All the parents, family, friends, schoolmates, people from home coming to cheer them on. It's the reason why you go to stadiums to watch the games.
Mm-hmm. If you can't follow with Lucas, you got to come here in person. Now, Weber, both the Weber teams, our defending champions from last year, are out of our sight, to be honest with you. They're way off to the left where the women are, and then the men are well off to the right. So eventually, we'll send our intrepid reporter out there Mr. Wiseman to keep an eye on our champions.
Weber men did cruise through the first round fairly easily.
Off the top of your head, I know you haven't had a chance to see every team since you just got into town a little while ago, as did I. Do you have any couple of teams that stand as favorites?
Well, certainly Robert Morris is just stacked. They top to bottom, they're probably proven themselves to be the #1 ranked team and the favorites in this tournament. They are the #2 seed through qualifying. Lindenwood and McKendree are the other two teams that have really caught my eye so far. William Patterson also bowled a great first-round match. We'll see if they can continue that on. Now that on this second match, they're bowling on non-fresh pairs. Pairs have been broken down. If they can follow through that transition.
And oddly enough, Lindenwood and McKendree are playing each other slightly one pair over from St. Ambrose and Notre Dame College.
Yeah, not an ideal early round matchup for either one of these teams. Nice conversion.
2-4-10.
Keeps them clean through 4 frames. Down 6 pins to Pikeville.
Yeah, we have some new schools here this year. I had not seen Marion University before. Notre Dame College is new. I think Marion's only a 3-year-old program. I mean, we've got, some programs. Let me double check. Yeah, they're only in their 3rd year. They're the Knights of Marion from Indianapolis.
It's pretty impressive to make it to the national finals in only your 3rd season.
And then you've got some favorites: Newman, McKendree, Midland, Maryland Eastern Shore, Lindenwood. Some schools that we've gotten used to watching. And we're talking about the women. Robert Morris of Illinois. We talked Weber.
Robert Morris, men and women, I believe, are both the #1 ranked team. Although it's pretty tough to dispute Wichita State's record this year. I'm not
for the women, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the power rankings are determined, but they seem to me to be the strongest team, with Maryland Eastern Shore as another one that catches your eye. Very top to bottom, a lot of strength on that team.
And we'll have, in the women's singles, 3 of the 4 finalists are from Wichita State.
Including the co-players of the year. One was the bowling riders, one was the coaches. Both first-team All-Americans.
Well, this is a nice little match here. This Pikeville-Marion match, double for Pikeville in 6 and 7.
You see how both teams got through the first round. Lots of clean frames, and as I say that.
Yeah, you jinxed her.
Normally leave that for Lucas, but.
Yeah, it's only for 300s, though. 300 was gone early in this match.
Yeah, but Lindenwood actually shot 300 right in front of Lucas. It was like they just ignored him.
Well, don't leave me a line like that. Oh, almost a conversion on a 6-10 over on lane 19.
A.J. Johnson just sliding the 410 behind that. Kendry down early to Lindenwood. They jumped out to a 35-pin lead.
Yeah, that was McKendree that had the near conversion on that 410 split.
Here right in front of us, Ambrose and Notre Dame are actually, even though Notre Dame's about 3 frames ahead, they're actually tied right now on pace anyway. So far, Marion, another split.
And St. Ambrose will gratefully take that 310.
Good spare there. So through 7 frames, Notre Dame has 106 in the 6th on a spare in the 7th. Ambrose bowling in the 5th frame, shooting the 310. Trying to keep within a couple of pins of 184 pace.
See Florida State here, and and they're going up against Mountain Mercy. That's another one of the schools that to my knowledge, first time, at least since I've been affiliated with the event, that we've seen a team from Mountain Mercy for the men. Florida State's been here before. Mainly they're women, actually. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw a Florida State men's team here.
Intermittently over the years, they've been around.
Oh, that's a rip-off on 15 there. That should have gone down. Yeah, Mountain Mercy, not too far away. Cedar Rapids finished 4th in their sectionals in Vegas. It's a pretty young team, one senior. The rest are freshmen and sophomores, and they have a grad. So they should have plenty coming back, never mind what they have now.
Yeah. Notre Dame with another spare, just filling frames right now. Is looking like it might be okay. Amber's not quite lined up yet. After back-to-back splits from Marion over on the ladies' side, they have 129 in the 8th on a spare. That's Stone 8. Pikeville on a 2-0 pace already.
Ooh. Now you jinxed her.
9 more, 176. But the most that Marion can shoot is 179. They need 4 pins and 2 shots. I'm reasonably confident they will finish that.
You'd like to think so. Best of 7 here, by the way. And this always happens. Where's Lucas? I don't see a chat room, but he's here. He's working for us, as a matter of fact, getting that press release ready. Just trying to gauge by noise and looking. Say that looks very good for Florida State in their matches. I see a ton of red circles, which is a bad thing to see here. Red ovals on the automatic scores on the scoreboards down there for Mountain Mercy. Double now for Notre Dame College, starting the 10th with a strike after a foundation strike.
Ambrose still has a chance, though. They can strike out for 200 even. And that one. Well, that was actually McKendry. That was one lane over.
That's a triple for them.
So what Ambrose does there with that strike is it's forced Notre Dame to throw this second strike in the 10th to actually shut them out.
Ooh.
And that will end game 1.
That's a funky shot.
It doesn't game. I think I wrong teams backwards there. 190. He's looking at 191 there if he gets the count. Needs to get at least 1 pin there to force them to throw strikes in the 9th, 10th, and 11th.
St. Ambrose player just got up there and stopped. I don't know whether he was concerned about the woman next to him from Pikeville or just wanted to take his time. There's the 2 they got. So Notre Dame shoots a 191.
Situation is this. St. Ambrose has a strike in the 8th. They need to strike here in the 9th and the first 2 in the 10th, and that will be enough. Boy, McKendry making a big rally over there. Looked dead in the water with 104 in the 6th. Down over 30. A couple of spares down the stretch for Lindenwood. They're going to shoot 2-14. And that's actually a big extra pin there because that forces McKendry now to throw this second strike in the 10th to win game 1. Throwing a 4-bagger now to come from over 35 back.
Including a foul on a single pin spare in the 2nd, McKendry. Ooh, good kick for St. Ambrose.
It's still alive. Both teams coming from way back here on the men's side. Oof. A.J. Johnson. Throwing man's ball right there. He catches a handful of to leave a flat 10. That's something else. Big shot, that extra flat 10 that rolled out. Left the 7-10 for just a moment. Was able to get scout the 10 out for 214. That gives Lindenwood game 1, 214 to 213.
Now look at this. Now 3 in a row for St. Ambrose. They start with their anchor bowler in the 10th in this Baker format. Still alive.
A switch from earlier where they had Kyle Anderson throw the shots in the 10th down there of game 7. Switch the order, put him at 4th. I didn't like this pair as much. See if it pays off for him with a victory here in game 1. Pikeville picking right up where they left off with an early double. Really good shot there.
A rather deliberate anchor bowler for St. Ambrose. No.
That's the difference you'll see here, and as they keep breaking down, the players are going to have to move left to get away from the early hook in the front of the lane. But when you miss in now, it's not going to hook. And so where shots that were just a little bit inside target were high flush and you had a little extra room, now lanes are actually going to get a little bit harder in spots where you can miss in and get long on you.
Is that where a coach will come in, an experienced coach will come in and start pointing that out to the players? Or do you expect the players should know that from their experience?
At this level, it's a little combination of both. Hopefully the players can pick up on it, but you only get 2 shots at a time, 2 frames at a time, so you're really relying on your teammates to let you know more than anything what's going on out there. The way around that is you get a little softer with your ball speed, move in and let it roll into that spot and kind of take away that wet dry. But at 19, 20, 21, that wasn't really part of my deal, so I don't know.
Every once in a while you'll hear me bump my head against the sign here.
Ow.
No, it's okay.
Ow.
Not going to hurt my hair. That's really all that matters.
Hard to tell on the switch over which lane's hooking more. Trip 4 from Notre Dame and a split for Ambrose. Early double for Notre Dame. Steal that first game, come right back up. Marion has battled back over here in the ladies' side. We were watching the end of this Notre Dame match. Come back with the 3-bagger after the early spare. Up by 27 now through 4 frames.
And pretty soon we'll start to get some results from the outer lanes and give you an idea of what's going on with the Weber women, for example. And our defending champions, the Weber men, Fresno State, back after winning a couple of years ago. They're taking on William Patterson right now. And looks like William Patterson's got the edge in what I'm assuming is their second game. I don't know the results of the first game. And that's starting to slowly come in now. Robert Morris defeated Weber in the men, 189 to 182. Marion over Morehead State, nice match, 236-221. Midland leads West Texas A&M 1-0. And we'll wait for the scoreboard to recycle here and get you caught up on everything else.
Looks like Fresno must have won game 1 just from the totals down there. So Fresno's up 1-0 over William Patterson.
All right, here we go. Lindenwood beat McHenry by a pin. We knew that. Florida State threw up a 268 against William Patterson. William Penn defeated Calumet College, and I think you're pretty much caught up on the men's results, and we're waiting to see, waiting for the women's results to be put up. And since Lucas has left the building, I'm going to sit down.
Ringing 10 for Notre Dame there. After an early three-bagger. Little payback for the good break there early in the third. Early advantage after a 4-7-10, and now a washout for St. Ambrose. That's back on it for Pikeville. Down 25 though, through 7 frames.
Still waiting to see those women's results. Just leads me to believe there might be one match outstanding, and they don't want to put them all up yet. But we do know that Pikeville won their men.
Yeah, Midland men actually did beat Texas A&M. I think that was a 1 score.
Yes,
the men.
Rather comfortably too. I'm sorry, Florida State had a 226. It was Fresno that threw up a 268. So you were right about them winning that first game. Robert Morris barely beating Weber. And Marion, that's a nice match there over Morehead State, 236 to 221. Yeah.
Midland by 80. 256-176. Marion there with a big lead, had it open. Giving Pikeville a little peek in. Not able to take advantage of it though. It's down to 14 pins. Marion on the strike though, coming up here in the 9th frame. That one was pretty good. Double there, goes up by 24, puts them in excellent shape here in this second game. Notre Dame still filling frames, and St. Ambrose not. A little confusion among the troops there. 3 opens through 3 frames, 2 splits and a washout, nothing particularly makeable. This is becoming a lineup game quickly. Little hope left for Pikeville. Strike up in the 9th. If they're able to strike out for 210, that would force Marion to have a good count, fill 17 pins in the 10th frame. But that miss there will even up that score at 1 game apiece.
Well, we had a foul in all right, Lucas apparently is going to take a look. There was a foul ruled on a strike in the 10th frame against, what's that, Marion. And they've asked Lucas if there's a way to review this. Now, you need your seat? Or can you, okay.
Were you showing it, Jason?
It becomes for naught. She went ahead and bowled the next frame.
Ended up with a 192.
Got 9.
And they're going to win the game, 192-186.
Needed 8 to tie, needed 9 to shut them out. She got what she needed. She got 9 there. A little more stressful than you anticipated.
No, and I didn't realize Lucas was also functioning as the replay official here. That's new.
And finally, a little good news for St. Ambrose there. Spare in the fourth, a strike in the fifth. They do have 2:26 left. If they were to strike all the way out, Notre Dame on a 2:18 pace right now with another strike up in the eighth. At the current pace, they will sit for approximately 10 minutes before St. Ambrose finishes this game.
It looks good for Mount Mercy. They've locked out Florida State in game 2. Mount Mercy 213. The best FSU can do is 205.
McKendree in pretty big trouble over here. 103 in the sixth. Lindenwood with 138 in the sixth on a double.
So it'll be 1-1 Mount Mercy and FSU. And I'm a Floridian, so to me, FSU, I realize there's a Fresno State here, but to me, FSU is a Florida State, so that's the way that's going to be. That's just. Let's see, Midland and Stephen F. Austin. Midland have a chance here, Chris, in that one match over from Marion Pikeville.
Actually, that strike right there gave them the win. They're on a 2-0 pace there. Had to have it. If they did not strike there, they were going to lose. Now they need 6-1. Ruh-roh, pitch out.
Oh my.
It's a mess. It's on a strike though, so nothing hurt. Both teams struck in the opening frame. Meanwhile, Ambrose over here did spare in the seventh. Their max possible score is down to 205. Even with that split in the 10th by Notre Dame, 209 will be enough to take game 2.
Fresno's jumped out on William Patterson in this game, although they run into a split in the 5th. Can't see if it's convertible. It is missed completely, so they're 104 through 5. But the Pioneers of William Patterson off a spare in the 4th and 35 through 3, so Fresno State looking good there. Norfolk State beat Weber in the opening game in the women's match. Weber just not rolling it well at all, 168. We'll get caught up on the rest of the women's first round play here in a moment when they re-rack the scoreboard our way, but that's the first thing that jumped out at me. And it should be coming back up here any second. Wisconsin Whitewater beat Maryland Eastern Shore. Wichita State over Kutztown, 246 for Wichita State. Weber a 168. McKendree beat Wright State. Pikeville, we saw, of course, beat Marion. Stephen F. Austin over Midland, and Lindenwood routed Robert Morris, 234 to 170. It is double elimination, so for some teams, losing won't knock them out. For others, we'll start to see some teams pack their gear tonight. And Notre Dame College, by the way, from Ohio, if you're not familiar with them. They're right in front of us right now. Their men's team taking on St. Ambrose. And they won game 2.
Good shot by Marion there. Stopping the bleeding after 2 opens.
Notre Dame from South Euclid, Ohio, won their sectional in Allentown, Pennsylvania, 9th in the team rankings for power rankings, I should say. And they have a former junior USA team member, Chris Villa.
Oh, yes.
Number 5 in the nation, Villa, pardon me. 5th in the nation with average, almost 213.
Mr. Villa.
So there's a little talent on it.
Oh, Vi. Yeah.
Oh, like the guitarist.
Mr. Vi.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I should know that.
You should, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll file that one away. Bottom line, Notre Dame's pretty good.
Sat next to Lucas too long and just kind of starts
to rub off?
Just numbing, brain cells. I don't know. It's much more fun to take shots at him when he can hear you.
But he just never stopped you, even if he can't hear him. All right, Maryland Eastern Shore and Whitewater are now 1-1. Wichita State, Kutztown 1-1. Sacred Heart 2-0 over Newman. McKendree and Wright State 1-1. This is women's, by the way. Pikeville Marion 1-1, and Lindenwood leads Robert Morris 2-0. So I think we've got you pretty much caught up on at least who's in front. We don't always have the scores available, but it's now we're getting a better idea of the team. Robert Morris says here 2-0 on Weber. We're reading this off of the scoreboards that are in between the lanes.
Marion had just gotten back into this with an open by Pikeville, and then they missed a single pin of their own. So right back to a 19 pin deficit. St. Ambrose almost a little bit of strategy, really, it seems. They got way behind in that game and just kind of slow played it and slow played it and slow played it and made Notre Dame sit and wait. See how that plays out here.
Well, conveniently, and I'm sure this is done on purpose, we have the winner of the Pikeville-Marion match moves on. The loser will take on the winner of Midland and Stephen F. Austin in women's play. And the winner of Pikeville and Marion will take on the winner of McKendree and Wright State. An elimination match going on between Robert Morris and Lindenwood. Again, we're in the women's play right now. And Norfolk State and Weber. Loser is out. So and the defending women's champions in trouble early. They were knocked out by Kutztown. Weber came in as the number 4 seed. Yeah, that's what I said. Newman and Sacred Heart. That's off to our left and a little bit out of our eyesight on lanes 5 and 6. That is a loser eliminated match as well.
Kutztown comes in, pulls Weber in the first round, knocks them off. And winning game 2, all tied up with Wichita State early on. They're not too concerned about the seedings, are they?
They're not intimidated, no. And whatever psychological ploy the bees of St. Ambrose seems to work well for them because they open up with a turkey.
Big change of momentum here, too, in the Pikeville match. A split in the 7th, so 110, followed by a 3-bagger from Marion. Marion has actually taken the lead now, going to the 10th frame. Maximum possible score of 205. Pikeville has a maximum possible score of 200 and a 4.67 in the 10th frame. Gets 2 here, that'll be 180. No, I'm sorry, 170. And that strike there puts Pikeville back up ahead. Just needing a mark in the 10th frame.
Marion took their medicine and took 2 out, so they shoot a 170.
Pikeville on a 180 pace. They basically need any mark at this point.
Florida State has command of their third game against Mount Mercy. 188 through 8. Mount Mercy 122 through 6 and a split in the 7th. So the Seminoles look good for game 3 in a 1-1 match, best of 7 on the men's side. And it looks like for Pikeville, Chris, all they have to do is pop this single pin spare, and that'll be it, right?
Yep. She does need to make the spare, though.
Yes, I was going to say, if she doesn't make it, it's what, a 168.
A little fortunate. It looked like it might go creep even higher, and it will stay there at the end. Kyle Andrews split. Switched him back to the 5th position like he was earlier.
All right, this is the big spare for Pikeville. No problem.
No problem. Good shot. Notre Dame. Unless Andrews is able to make this, that will put Ambrose back in the lead.
Dave Lamont and Chris Barnes will be on CBS Sports Network all the month of May, starting May 3rd, with a singles competition. And we'll be taping all of our shows on Saturday here in Lincoln, Nebraska at Sun Valley, back where we were a year ago. And we'll be on CBS Sports Network May 3rd with the women's singles, May 10th the men's, the 17th the women's team, and May 24th the men's team. And each show will start at 10 Eastern. And just to give you a quick note, for those of you who follow Bowl TV for the college and everything that Lucas does, Bowl TV won't be on the air while we are taping. This comes up every year. It's a rights issue, so you'll be able to keep up through bowl.com if you want to find out who won. We hope no matter what, whether your favorite team made it or your favorite bowlers made it or didn't make it, that you follow us on CBS Sports Network all during the month of May.
Stephen F. Austin over here to our left put together a big game. Possible 256 to win their third game.
Well, Florida State could shoot a 238 to win game 3 against Mount Mercy and go up 2-1 in the men's match.
Robert Morris now 2-0. Marion over Moorhead 2-0. Midland over I&M 2-0. We do not have scores, but we do have totals here. For the women, Maryland, Eastern Shore 1-1.
Weber picked up a win, so they're 1-1 with Norfolk State.
Men's side, Fresno 2-1 now. It's the only game 3 to complete so far.
Yeah, see, Notre Dame of Ohio and St. Ambrose. That's too close to
a
call
one-pin
here,
game right
Yeah.
now. A couple of opens by both teams. Evidently that right lane is just harder to get up in bowl line. Just
And
whoever pulls on the right lane is slower.
That's where Notre Dame is.
Another missed spare for Marion. Here after an early double to put him in the lead. Now we'll tighten that match right back up. Lee McKendry's down 2-0 right now, and they desperately need to get a win this game.
Now, we'll do everything we can to get you caught up on the teams that are not on camera. McKendree and Wright State in the women, 1-1. Pikeville and Marion, as you know, we're keeping an eye on that one right in front of us, 1-1. Lindenwood over Robert Morris, 2-0 so far. That's in women's round play. For the men, Lindenwood and McKendree 1-1. Fresno State now 2-1 over William Patterson. Florida State's going to be up 2-1 over Mount Mercy. Notre Dame over St. Ambrose 2-0. Robert Morris over Weber 2-0 in the men's side. So the men in some trouble in that one. Marion leading Morehead State 2-1.
Wright State over McKendree on the women's side 2-1 now.
William Penn up 2-0 on Calumet College. And a couple of subpar scores for the Weber men in their first two matches.
So they didn't run the lanes in between here, so you follow whatever team's bowled in front of you. And lanes are going to go through some transition, particularly on the men's side. It's not a ton of oil in the lane. It's very long, though. It's 45 feet. Will break down on the front pretty quickly. Pikeville with an open of their own. These Marion still up by 14.
Those two can't escape each other. Every game has been pretty close between the Pikeville and the Marion women.
Spare there by Ambrose. Down by 9. They have a spare in the ninth. Notre Dame has yet to bowl in the ninth frame on a spare.
They had a little issue with a wild pin that they'd gotten in the channel. That's been fixed.
Deadwood there. Mr. Lozito, our tournament director, running down there.
Showing great form.
Yes.
And clearly the off-season conditioning program he was on to help. So he got down there very quickly.
Well, got away with one there. Some 9s are better than others, and that's a pretty good 9. He's up by 8 pins. Provided he makes a spare. Marion with the spare. They seem to flip their lineup around a little bit every game. Still up by 14. They've bowled the 5th frame. Pikeville just bowling the 5th frame now. 42 in the 3rd on a spare in the 4th.
Marion and Morehead State went at it, 259 to 243. Morehead State picked up a win they badly needed. Marion leads 2-1 in the men's division. Wichita State now up on Kutztown 2-1 for the women. Wright State 2-1 on McKendree, I think you mentioned that. Ryan Lindenwood 3-0 on Robert Morris in the women. And Lindenwood is really rolling it. 231 in the last game. And Lindenwood, Robert Morris is an elimination match.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Robert Morris came in at the women as the #1 ranked team, in danger of going out of here quickly. Split for Ambrose here, and then followed by another split for Notre Dame. User malfunction there. Now you probably can hear me again.
And we want to. Did they get
Oh!
Wow.
They were dead in the water there after leaving the 4, 6, 7, 9. They were about to lose the game as St. Ambrose was going to shoot at least 182. Makes the spare. Now needs at most just 7 pins to win this game. And if you're going to try and make it, that's the way you make it. You shoot the 4 pin there. Try and get it to deflect off the 9 into the 6. 6 pins now to win this game. Huge spare.
Almost an impossible shot.
Like it's his job. Phew. Yeah. If you're going to try and win, that's the way you go. That's the way to shoot it.
That's how you finish it, too. Notre Dame College.
Wow, stole one there.
Yeah, big time. 187 and 182.
After a split by Pikeville in the 8th frame, Marion in control here. Up by 20, provided they can make that 10 pin. Notre Dame wasting no time. I think that's a great strategy. You can get a huge momentum burst, step right up and
St. Ambrose has been very deliberate. I don't know if that's a normal thing for them or whether they've just come up with that strategy for this particular match, but
I'm not sure what information their coaches give them there, but they all seem to be around here looking at things. Maybe they're making a lineup change. I'm not sure. Kendry did win that 3rd game, shooting 236.
We had a request on a Florida State update. They're up 2-1. And they're in the middle of game 4.
They did shoot 238 in game 3.
Yes, they did. And they have a double going in 6 and 7, so I would give them the advantage over Mount Mercy.
Yeah, looks like up by 15 through 7 frames on a strike. Mount Mercy throwing at a spare. Notre Dame off to an early double. 10 pin there. Slows that down. Another late open by Marion. Opening the door. They get 2 here for 190. Pikeville can throw 3 in the 10th for 194. Wow.
Take a look over here at Stephen F. Austin in Midland, and that's too close to call. What about a 9-pin difference in their 4th game? Advantage to Stephen F. Austin for the moment.
Big spare, makes a washout. Keep her team in the match. They're down 5 through 8 frames.
Here's a shot Pikeville has to have. 5-pin.
Stone 5. You get a little firm on this 45-foot pattern, your ball has a tough time picking up and getting back through the pins. And Marion survives one there.
They're moving down to the Cal State Fresno William Patterson match. They're already in game 5 among the men. And we'll try to get you the team score here in a moment. How many games? The Bulldogs look good early in game 5. Fresno stayed up 2-1, and we're waiting the result of the 4th game. So Notre Dame in position here to grab this match against St. Ambrose. Now, William Patterson Fresno State is a winner's bracket match, as is Lindenwood and McHenry, which is going off to our right. But Notre Dame St. Ambrose is loser leave town, and at the moment, St. Ambrose is in trouble. Same with Florida State and Mount Mercy. The loser of that is eliminated.
Speaking of that match, that's pretty much wrapped up in this game with Florida State getting the first strike in the 10th. They're going to shoot at least 195, and the most Mount Mercy can shoot is 186.
Lindenwood jumping out early on McHenry in game 4. McHenry with a couple of one open in the first, and they convert a split in the second. And McHenry up 2-1 in that match after a 236-204 win. Robert Morris is up 2-1 on Weber in the men's play. Midland leading West Texas A&M. West Texas A&M got a win they had to have in game 3. But it's 2-1 there. Wichita State and the women up 2-1 on Kutztown. Sacred Heart up 2-1. Norfolk State beat Weber in game 3. So it's 2-1 Norfolk State. And again, the loser of that match is eliminated. So the Weber women are 2 losses away, 2 games away potentially from being eliminated. The defending champions.
Notre Dame out to 20-pin lead early. On another spare in the 7th. Ambrose is only in the 5th frame, but clean with no doubles through 4 frames. Shooting a spare in the 5th.
You know what I'm missing this year? I don't hear any songs. I don't hear the usual singing and chanting. I hear see the usual amount of high-fiving, of course. But I'm missing some of the chanting that I'm used to hearing here, especially among the women.
Another spare for Ambrose. 199 pace.
And
Notre Dame on 220 pace. Wow.
Front 5 for them.
Front 5. We talked about it a little bit earlier. You give them just a little bit of room to breathe. You get a team a little momentum, and they run with it. Instead of having their heart ripped out by opening late, losing a game, looked like they had won. Now they ride that emotion rider.
Well, I think that's what Notre Dame is doing here, too, riding the emotion of stealing that 3rd game against St. Ambrose. And St. Ambrose, solid 9. And they're in a little bit of trouble here, down 70.
The men's side, Patterson and Fresno, 2-2. Wichita State 3-1 over Kutztown now, 258 to 242. McHenry and Wright State are all tied up.
Same with Midland and Stephen F. Austin. Marriott ends up leaving a single pin in the 6th frame to stop their streak at 5. But they've definitely got game 5 in command, at least early on, with a huge lead, particularly if they can convert that single pin spare.
A&M has come back to tie it up with Midland now, 2-2. Not big scores down there on the in pair. Nobody shooting 200 the last couple games for either team.
Well, what's the expression we learned in March? Survive and advance. That goes for here too.
I thought it was play angry.
Yeah, I would like to talk to the folks at your alma mater about that. Bowl Angry, the hashtag Bowl Angry has come up for the Wichita State women. I don't know what they're mad about.
Evidently made it caught on a little late for the men. So,
you know, even the Dynasty, she did miss that single pin spare.
Yeah, that 4-pin has moved for her a couple of times now. She's going to have to make the adjustment or leave something else. Boy, Notre Dame's just cruising right along now. They're 240 something, possible 257. They've already shut out Ambrose, just bowling in the 7th frame now.
And that will eliminate the Bees. And Notre Dame getting every break in the book too, even getting little carries, little messengers, everything going their way, and they're going to finish super strong, and they'll continue in the xbowling ITC.
Now there's big momentum shift, huge lead going on, and missed a single pin spare. Now a double. Still have a 25 pin advantage, Marion does. Now they missed the 3-6-10.
Your favorite.
So now we're down to a 15 pin lead, 13 pin lead actually. Opportunity to cut it to 3, and they do, of course.
Wow, again, these teams just have been in each other's shadow. Nobody can run away.
When you don't get to throw your own shots, the spares, the missed spares, the 9 splits are really just momentum killers, rally killers.
And then you have Notre Dame College of Ohio that ends up with that 257 that you projected, and they will continue while St. Ambrose will be sent home. I think that's the first team to be sent out.
Uh-oh.
The strike streak ends for Pikeville.
A good 9. Now it's down to a 4-pin match, though, where just a moment ago it was looking like a easy blowout. Got that 4-pin.
Boy, Kutztown throws up a 242 in the women's match against Wichita State and lost. Robert
Big
Morris
strike over
up.
to our right, too, by Lindenwood. They have a possible 234. The most McKendree can shoot is 221. They basically forced McKendree to strike out from the 7th.
And go around the cycle. I think it was the Robert Morris women that picked up a win they needed. Ooh, just a little ringer on that 10-pin.
Boy, that was a good one. Good shot when they needed it.
Yeah, Robert Morris, 257 for the women to stay alive against Lindenwood. Another strike for Pikeville.
Well, they've set it up. They have a possible 231. The most Marion can shoot is 224. However, in the actual score, Marion has a 3-pin advantage.
Look at the way Lindenwood is finishing here. 4 straight, including a leadoff strike in the 10th.
Well, that one means you just need 8 spare now in the 11th to basically 9 in this shot will win. That game for them. Big shot for Pikeville here. This is to take the lead.
Wow. Blew them away. And Marion fights back. That's how you got to do it.
She had to have that one to give her team a chance to take the lead back.
Boy, Lindenwood on fire right now. 5 straight.
That shuts out that game. They're going to go up 3-1 on McKendree. This one to win the game.
Crossing over. Ooh.
Ooh, and bad count. Count doesn't really come into play for them. It comes down to this. Marion throws this strike. And they will win this game.
Good looking ball. Wow.
Well, good for her. Last time she needed a mark in the 10th to shut them out and opened. And was lucky to get off the hook. And this time she doubles in the 10th. Pikeville finishes with 217. She needs 4 pins on this last shot for her team to win this game.
Lindenwood winds up with a 232 to win game 4 against McHenry on the men's side.
Over at Florida State Mount Mercy, they're pretty much having a circle fest over there. X's and O's for Florida State. A double, 2 splits, a strike, a split. Mount Mercy, a double, 2 splits, and 2 spares.
That's how big finish from Marion. They even changed. I think they may have run somebody else out there. So 224, 217. It seems to me, Chris, and I might be wrong, every Pikeville-Marion game has come down to the 9th and 10th frames on the women's side here.
Yeah, literally everything at 10th frame even, I think.
Yeah.
It's really close right now. Marion up 3-1, I believe. A couple of really close ones at the end.
So we will lose one of our matches that had been in front of us, but we've adjusted the equipment for that Lindenwood-McHenry match to our right. And you still, in front of you, you see the Pikeville women in orange and Marion in, like, is that purple and gray? Like Kansas State almost?
It's probably as close.
I know you're a Kansas fan. Sorry to bring up Kansas State, but
That's all right. They don't ever beat Kansas. It's okay.
not lately. No, you're right.
In football, maybe every time, but
Yeah.
Charlie Weiss got his hands full.
Man, does he ever.
Whoa.
Okay. Pikeville starts with an unusual strike, to say the least.
Yeah, and they have to win 3 straight now. And Stephen F. Austin is going to win that game, 206 to 184.
Boy, a lot of folks on hand here.
And that makes Stephen F. Austin up 3-2. After 5.
Bigger crowd than I can remember on the Thursday from last year. Of course, we've got all the teams still in it. That has something to do with it, but I think there's been increased interest in this tournament. Should be getting some updates and some new team scores shortly for those outer lanes that we just have not been able to follow very carefully. Norfolk State leads Weber International 3-1. William Patterson's tied Fresno State 2-2 for the men. And Weber's men's team down 3-1 to Robert Morris. So it's a tough day for Weber International.
Surprises for sure.
Yep, they came in after pulling off, Wichita State was the only other team to do what Weber did last year, right? Win the women's and the men's.
I believe so.
And they dominated those finals last year. They were heads and shoulders the best team.
Boy, Pikeville coming out taking no prisoners. Front 4. Now Marion with the 3-6-9-10. That'll be a handful to try and pick that up. Kendry now in a must-win situation. Makes the bucket skinny.
So Notre Dame, in staying alive, will be brackets taking on the loser of match 9. Does that sound right to you, Lindenwood McHenry? Yeah, match 9 loser. They'll take on Lindenwood or McHenry.
Big start this game for Pikeville guys on the women's side, front 6.
They've gone from the front 4 to the front 6 now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just like that. They're 3 frames ahead of Marion, so they're trying to hang on. I think Marion's up 3-2 in this one.
Yes.
So
no, 3-1.
Is it 3-1?
I believe.
And Lucas, are you on the air early tomorrow?
It's game 6, so it's 3-1.
It's got to be.
Yeah. So it must be
3-2 then.
Yeah. What was that, Dave?
You're on the air early tomorrow morning?
8 o'clock. Bright and early. While you guys are probably still sleeping.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I just mentioned it, though. It didn't sound like a bad idea. Fresno State up 3-2 now. No other updates so far.
No, I'm curious about that Midland West Tech. Wichita State has defeated Kutztown in the women. Final match there, 224 to 182.
Let's see if Pikeville can get another one here. Front 7.
Kendry 3-2 over Wright State.
Good shot, front 8.
Nice.
Robert Morris women staying alive. They're 3-1 down.
Kutztown is not eliminated, by the way. Wichita State will go on to play either Maryland Eastern Shore or Wisconsin Whitewater. And Kutztown heads to
in a really ugly match down there. West Texas A&M is now up 3-2 with 3 straight 190 games. There's only been a couple of 200s. That end pair down there, 31-2, must not be any bargain at all.
Kutztown will play tomorrow morning the winner of Newman and Sacred Heart, which is an elimination game in the winter.
Front 9.
Front 9.
Yeah.
All right, Lucas, now do you want to not talk, or do you want to go ahead and see if you can talk your way through a 300 here?
They can't blame me for it. They're
Sure
the
they
ones
can.
throwing the ball.
All right.
And we did have one 300 already today by Lindenwood in the first round. So, well, the good news for Pikeville, they've already won this game, so that part's over, and they're going to even the match and go to game 7. Yeah. Only question is a little icing on the cake here, maybe. Front 9. Oh,
no, sir.
Brandy Hensley with the 8-10.
I think she's going to be glad to get off that lane. She needed to strike in game 5 and left the 5-pin. And there on the front 9, the 8-10. Well, definitely not making the right move for her through the pins on that particular lane. So over to McKendry Lindenwood. And McKendry's taken a 24-pin lead through 3 frames. Lindenwood is on a strike while McKendry's on a spare.
That's a pretty slow match. They're only in game 5. And I think just about everybody else is in game 6 or 7.
It's somehow inversely proportional to your rev rate is your pace of play. These guys probably have the highest rev rate of any pair, and they are not bowling particularly quick.
Yeah, it's 2-2, and they're only halfway through game 5. And we've got one match already in game 7 on the women's side.
As in life, women are more efficient than men. It's just how it goes. Said the married man.
His wife must be listening.
I'd be nice if she was, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There's a much better chance yours is than mine.
Yeah, mine's in on an airplane, so that's not happening. Lindenwood did strike in the 5th. They're on a double now. And now a 3-bagger, so they've cut that lead down to 4 pins. And Kendry getting up in the 6th frame as well. Have a chance to extend it back to 14.
Fresno State now up 3-2 on William Patterson.
William Penn 3-2 on Calumet.
265 for William Penn in their last game. And
whoa. Pull.
If you're just tuning in, you're watching our live coverage of the xbowling Intercollegiate Team Championships. Our thanks to xbowling, the tournament sponsor for the singles and the team. Please go to the App Store, download their app, the xbowling Tournament Edition. You can watch the live scoring from any lane in this bowling center. So our thanks again to xbowling, xbowling.com. You can also find the live scoring.
And I believe that app is free, right?
It is a free app. Yep.
Best kind.
Well, Lindenwood and McHenry trading Brooklands over there.
Time Midland and Stephen F. Austin. Look at Midland here. 6 out of 7 frames a strike, only a spare in the second, keeping that from being perfect, and they're up right now. And get a kick on the 7 for another strike in game 6. Now I hear singing and dancing. That's more like it. That's the ITC to me.
Well, Lindenwood with the big split in the 8th, so they will fall even further behind against McHenry this game. Marion still finishing up that 6th game that Pikeville shot 266 in. They finished that 266 about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen in that West Texas A&M Midland. There's only been 2 games over 200 in the entirety of that, and now they're in their 6th game. We can't see the game in progress. It's just too far out of our eyesight.
Well, after the Greek church, that leaves Lindenwood with 156 in the 8th, a possible 216. McHenry is on a 218 pace right now through 7 frames. Big momentum shot here, a chance to go up by 22 with a strike.
Oof.
Or 11 with a spare. Actually, still 21. Still 21 with the spare.
One team eliminated. I'm sorry, go ahead, Chris.
No, then when forced here to strike out and leaving a 2-pin, that's going to put them in a big hole here. Kenner just needs to fill frames.
Wichita State defeated Kutztown in the women's play, knocking Kutztown into the losers bracket. Wichita State undefeated so far. Lindenwood has defeated Robert Morris in the women's side 4-1. Fresno State has defeated William Patterson 232-230 in game 6. And Robert Morris takes down Weber International in men's play 4-1. So let's try to update you on those brackets. Fresno will now take on either Lindenwood or McHenry tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, depending on how that turns out. And William Patterson will take on Florida State or Mount Mercy in the losers bracket. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, you're here. The contenders bracket.
No.
I forgot about that. You're here. Your favorite expression.
Yeah. Never got done and went, well, I contended. Lost a lot, never contended.
Oh, I love setting you up on that.
Yeah.
That's too easy. So for Weber, the defending men's champion, they're knocked into the losers bracket, and they'll take on either Midland or West Texas A&M tomorrow morning, while Robert Morris marches on, and they'll play either William Penn or Calumet College. Right now, William Penn's up 3-2. That's a nice match either way.
Lindenwood went spare, which is probably fortunate for McHenry as they just got left the 4-6-7-9 again.
What I'm really waiting on is that 5th game, Norfolk State Weber International for the women, because if Norfolk wins, They will knock the defending champions out of the tournament on the women's side.
Robert Morris over Weber on the men's side is not a huge upset, as Robert Morris is the #1 overall team in the country.
Yeah,
but
Weber
it was a
can
match
bounce
of
back.
powerhouse teams.
Yeah, that's a almost too good of a match this early. Pikeville's not missing anymore, apparently. They hit the front 3 on the right-hand lane.
What a good time for it. Game 7 got off to a really quick start. Well, that open there in the 9th for McKendree is going to force A.J. Johnson to mark here in the 10th. That's an easy way to mark.
Oh, 4 in a row.
Pikeville, front 4 now. Just putting a hammer down.
They're getting a little bit of everything, too. Every break.
Momentum starts rolling on the women's side. Lindenwood completes it. 217 to 211. They've eliminated Weber International.
No, Norfolk State. In the women's side, Weber's
side.
gone. Wow. Maryland Eastern Shore up 3-2 on Wisconsin Whitewater. Newman up
Game 2,
197,
192.
No, we're still waiting on the women. You saw Robert Morris beat Weber in men. Lindenwood beat Robert Morris in women.
Yeah, Lindenwood beat Robert Morris in the women.
And
so, yeah, you're right. You're right.
no, I understand. Yeah, and I'm looking. I've got to get on the right side of the bracket to see how that affects everything. Well, Lindenwood Robert Morris is a loser's match, so Robert Morris's women's team is out of the tournament.
And they were the #1 ranked team in the country, I believe, coming in.
They are out, and we're still waiting on Weber, which couldn't be any farther out of our range. It might as well be in Omaha.
Now an open in the 5th by Pikeville, so a little bit of hope for Marion, but they need to get started now.
How about Mount Mercy, by the way, coming back and taking Game 5 from Florida State, forcing a 6th game. And you know what? They're going to go 7, aren't they? Yeah, Mount Mercy is going to force a 7th game against Florida State. And the sand in the hourglass is running out on Marion. They just can't get any strikes.
They can't. They're down 29, but looked like Pikeville was going to leave another 310. Was able to shake the 10-pin down for an easier spare for sure. Down 30. They're going to have to start throwing some strikes pretty soon. That was pretty good.
And Pikeville easily covers that 3-pin.
That's what Marion needs to get into this game. Down 29. Oh. A key lineup change for Pikeville. The lefty has provided a spark for them. Done nothing but throw strikes. McKendree finally gets started off. They throw a strike to open up this Game 6. Now a double.
That'll make it
down to 19. They're still a frame behind, have a chance to cut it down to 9. Another Game 7 down there. Stephen F. Austin up by 7 through 5 frames. Both teams on strikes. Marion's string comes to an end here in the 7th.
And they've already started Game 7 in Mount Mercy, Florida State. Florida State picks up a spare in the opening frame. They are right next to Lindenwood and McHenry.
And the slowest rack ever.
That was a pretty slow rack.
Oh, my. That
It was so slow, I thought he was shooting a spare at first. And 'cause I didn't see any of the other pins fall except for that 10-pin.
Any chance here for Marion, Chris?
There's a little bit of hope. They have a max possible score of 224, and Pikeville's still on a 2-teen pace, but not much. See another strike in the ninth. They're virtually locking up a 2-0 game, which would force Marion to throw at least a three-bagger.
And meantime, Mount Mercy opens with a double, while Florida State 4, 6, 7, 10 in the second frame. So a quick start for Mount Mercy, and Florida State only picks up half of that.
Oh,
a ringer on Marion.
Good shot.
Yep.
Oh, now their max is 213, and Pikeville just needs a spare and count in the 10th.
Spare 8, the 10th is a winner.
That celebration we heard was over at Stephen F. Austin, picked up a difficult spare. In their Game 7 with Midland. And Midland picks up a spare, so that's 15 pins separating those two teams in that final match, final game.
Yeah, Stephen F. Austin with a 15-pin advantage. Makes the spare, gives their team a chance. They do have to strike out, really. Strike here will advance Pikeville.
Newman and Sacred Heart in a 7th game. Weber stayed alive and defeated Norfolk State 200 to 166.
It's a disaster for Pikeville in the 10th. And
oh, my.
Marion still has a chance. Not anymore.
With the spare, the most they could shoot is 201. Even if she misses all of them, she has 202.
Pikeville wins.
Big double over off to our left by Stephen F. Austin. Take that 15-pin advantage to 25.
That's a Game 7.
I was going to say, Lucas, that Marion has been knocked into the losers bracket. They will play the winner of the match right next to them, Midland and Stephen F. Austin. And the loser of that match is out. Stephen F. Austin has doubled, and Midland pretty much has to in the 9th.
Lindenwood was not able to capitalize on their very fortunate 10-pin.
Midland answers with a
sir.
double.
Nice.
Still down 15 going into the 10th, though.
No chance. First strike here ends it, though.
Oh,
no.
Greek Church for Stephen F. Austin in the 10th. That opens the door wide for Midland here.
If she were to get 3 here, that would give them 207.
And remember,
which forced her to throw the first strike in the 10th.
Loser of that match is out of the tournament.
So Midland needs a strike.
Meantime, in that
lane.
Oh, it's a split.
8-10.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why you don't bowl next to a split. Telling
that is not why you don't.
That's
if you
superstition.
If you are like 14 years old, that's why you don't bowl next to a split.
Either way, it's a loss for Midland as Stephen F. Austin will move on.
And Pikeville will continue in the winner's bracket, and it will take on either McHenry or Wright State. William Penn has won their match in the men's play. West Texas A&M finally cracked 200 for the first time tonight, and they have advanced in the men's play. Wright State in the women, 266 to stay alive.
Florida State down there trying to stay in this thing. Down 36, though, through 5 frames. In big, big trouble.
Didn't they have a 3-1 lead in that match? 3 games to 1? I believe they did.
Mount Mercy almost trips the 4. Lindenwood here's
I believe
only
there
down
may
by
be
a little bit, but
tears in progress on camera right now with Midland. kind of losing it a little bit. It's hard to end
tough way to
it's terrible.
for season to end, and that was a good shot too. This 45-foot pattern makes some of those look tough.
Yeah, there's some tears of joy right next to them too on Stephen F. Austin's side, as they know they survived and they will continue to play while Midland has been eliminated.
That was not a good shot.
Florida State on that men's match has doubled and opened on a single pin spare by Mount Mercy in the 6th.
9 splits will kill you in Baker games. Open the door wide open now. A strike now by Florida State makes this a single pin deficit.
And that's an elimination match. And they got it.
Walked right through it.
Wow. That was a big shot.
Florida State 36 down just a moment ago. 1-9 split and a double later, and it's down to 4.
And the winner of the Florida State Mount Mercy will take on William Patterson, who lost to Fresno State.
Lindenwood is glad this is not Game 7 because they do not have great ball reaction on this left lane. It looks like it took an earlier. Ball's going through the pins a little flatter too. Seems to be this right lane is a little better for both teams. And McKendree has taken over this Game 6. We look headed like we're headed to a Game 7. Well, everybody else in the building has already had time to almost bowl a Game 7.
Yeah, they're more than a full game behind everybody else, it seems like.
Yeah, well, the pair right next to them's a game ahead, so.
Yep. And
pretty tough to get a game ahead when you're bowling next to the slow player.
Yeah, and all the other men's matches are done, it looks like. We still have one women's match going on down there between Norfolk and Weber, and I just saw Thea Aspiris go crazy on a strike, so I'm not sure what's going on that one, but must be pretty close.
Well, Weber needs that. They've got to win out for that final 2 games of that match. Otherwise, they're out.
That's all right. You don't want to waste one there. The most Lindenwood can shoot is 229 now.
Ooh, and Florida State breaks up the momentum with a 4-6-7 split.
Just got into the lead there.
Lindenwood trying to fight back with a strike in the 8th. It's a big ball now here for Mount Mercy.
That was a good one, too.
Yes.
Strike up in the 8th, 147 in the 7th, strike in the 8th. .178 in the 8th. That puts Mount Mercy up by 9. Chance to go up by 19. Sorry, 178 in the 9th.
All this comes back 8 o'clock Central Time tomorrow morning. The xbowling ITC Intercollegiate Team Championships.
Ooh. Big shot there by Mount Mercy. That puts them up by 19 going into the 10th frame. Max score for Florida State is 208. Oh, and Lindenwood. What chance they had just went away. Stone
guys,
8 in the
it looks
9th.
like the defending women's champs are done.
Weber.
They're going to lose this Game 6. Norfolk State 225. Weber 195 in Game 6.
So the
it looks
Weber
like they're
women
done.
are out.
Boy.
Norfolk State's
That's a
a
shocker.
talented squad, too. I mean, they're and one of those NCAA programs that a lot of the teams here haven't seen much this year, but they're really good. And they've got
stronger and stronger every year.
a great anchor player in Thea Aspiris, so no surprise.
Yeah, she won 2 individual titles this year, averaged a little over 203.
Mount Mercy needs a mark here. And that was not close.
Oh my, what happened there?
He got lucky, actually. Only left the 1-2-4-8. That's fairly makeable. Now a strike by Florida State makes him make the spare.
Got it.
That 7 went a little late, didn't it? For Florida State, and that's, you're right, it's going to force him to
He's got to make it now.
make it. It's a 1-2-4-8.
The only 4-count spares I know they're easy to make are ones you cannot leave.
Yeah, it gets complicated when you get a cluster of pins like that. It's easy to chop it or leave something up. A.J. Johnson slapping it out for the strike. They're going to win this game, go to game 7. Mount Mercy with the spare.
Oh, wow.
It's not completely done yet. Not when you're capable of throwing the shot that he just threw before that, but yeah, he only needs 6 on the fell ball.
So I guess that's the end of that match. McKendree wins it. Looks like they're giving 5s. I thought, McKendree was up 3-2, so that one's over. 4th.
Oh, he had Lindenwood up 3-2.
Yeah, it's the other way around. That would explain the big reaction from AJ.
Yeah, I mean, and as much as I thought, McKendree is a pretty heavy hitter too, I thought Lindenwood was the other team to beat.
They had been kind of cruising along all day, and McKendree's a tough squad.
And Mount Mercy got what they needed, guys. They have advanced, and with a win over Florida State, taking the last 3 games, and Florida State is eliminated. And so, Mount Mercy now will take on William Patterson tomorrow morning.
It looks like that's it for the night. Every match is done, and we will be back with live coverage tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central Time here on Bowl TV. So be sure to check in with us throughout the day tomorrow for our live coverage of the X-Bowling Intercollegiate Team Championships. Be sure to download that X-Bowling Tournament Edition app as well. 247-186. McKendree defeats Lindenwood to win the match 4-2. Guys, thanks for sitting in. And,
our pleasure.
I'm sure you're anxious to get to dinner.
They can tune in at 8 a.m. for at least 2 hours of the vocal stylings of the Lucas Wiseman.
That's right.
All right, and I have to do what he does, as you know. So if he's not going to be here at 8, you're on your own. So.
Well, thanks, everybody, for tuning in today. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. For Dave Lamont, Chris Barnes, Jason Overstreet, I'm Lucas Wiseman. We will see everybody back here tomorrow morning. Have a good night.
This live event is brought to you in part by the Yes Fund. The Youth Education Services Fund is a joint initiative of the bowling industry dedicated to development and marketing of youth bowling at all levels. The Yes Fund is generously supported by its founding partners: North Point, Brunswick, Columbia 300, Ebonite, 900 Global, Hammer, Cubica AMF, Rotogrid, Storm, and Track. For more information about the Yes Fund, go to bowl.com/yesfund.
The United States Bowling Congress is shaping the future of bowling, helping kids learn the sport the right way and awarding thousands of scholarships every year. USBC supports Special Olympics and America's Best when they go for the gold as the home and heart of Team USA. We're reaching for new heights in research, raising the bar with spectacular national tournaments, and have raised millions of dollars to help fight cancer and support veterans. Visit bowl.com to learn more.